Hello, everybody, if you're here. If anybody's here, let me know. I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for some people to come back through. If anybody can hear me, let me know. If anybody can hear me, can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Alrighty. I'm sorry, guys. This will be the last time that I try it. I do not know what's going on. I really don't. But we are going to skip good old Harmon because I don't want to react to him. Let's skip it forward. We're going to do another player essence one. There we go.
Cards to play. Like, you have been completely and thoroughly wrecked by Nintendo, and it is high time that you acknowledge that.
No, we will not. All righty. So now we're going to have player essence. Sorry, guys. Again, I'm sorry.
So, yeah.
I think that's exactly what's going on, Vepfels Exel, so that wouldn't surprise me. I think someone's trying to flag your streams. I think so, too, because I've never had this problem before. The powers that be didn't like what we were saying. Oh, that's very true. The sad part was I had one of the biggest streams I was ever doing. I was hitting 60 at one time. That's the most I've ever done.
Nintendo, doing his ultimate Switch hater, claims Nintendo is clear. He's a Nintendo fan. He's clearly glass sliding, straight fronting. I mean, I wouldn't really worry about him, Velvet. If you don't like his videos, and that's fine too. He's allowed to have his opinion, but you know, most of the time his opinion is wrong. So I mean, he said that the Switch 2 was going to sell like the GameCube or the Wii U. Clearly, it sold better.
He said during the month of November, stop being disingenuous, or maybe you should actually watch the video so you know what the context is.
Selling better, and it's going to outsell those systems. So I wouldn't really waste too much time worrying about somebody who clearly is just doing this for money at this point, or has some type of...
Just like you. When it comes to the whole damage controlling that you're doing, you're only doing it for the money. Trust me, I could sit here, go on a damage control train, and I will be rolling in the views. The reason why you're not getting as many is because everyone knows you're a fraud.
You know, vendetta or whatever against some of the decisions that they're making. He doesn't make things because he feels that way. It's a grift. So I wouldn't really worry too much about it if I were you.
Oh, thank you there, Water Demon Girl. Congrats on your 60 views. Well, I got more than just 60 views. That was the most like at a concurrent time.
Velvet, like I said, you know, a grifter's a grifter, and it's fine. People are allowed to have their opinions as well, you know?
Oh, let's see how long this up high person who's trying to take the high road's gonna last here. How long do you think it'll last, people? I wouldn't be reacting to it if it did.
So yeah, I don't really worry about it. Don't hate him. There's no need to hate him. There's no need to hate.
I agree. And don't hate player essence. There's no need to hate him either. I enjoy reacting to his stuff. I enjoy seeing him get all triggered.
There's no need to bring him up all the time. There's no need to watch his videos. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to watch it. But like I said, you have to remember people are doing certain things for, you know, for money. They're doing certain things because...
You didn't miss much. We just started up again. I skipped the rest of Harmon because we got plenty more to do with Harmon. Harmon was on a roll this week, let me tell you.
They have, you know, it's a way to get notoriety and publicity in the way too. So you have to think about that as well. Don't worry about it. You know, Velvet, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, and I was said, like I said, I don't think you should worry about grifters, Velvet. You know, don't worry about them. Once again, people who live their life in misery, where they wake up and look for people to be angry at, look for videos to clip and steal. And
oh, he's talking about me. Steal? I didn't steal nothing. This is fair use. This isn't stealing. And you gave me permission. How many times have you sat here and told everybody, oh, let him do what he wants. Let him clip what he wants. Let him react to what he wants. Let him make whatever he wants. You gave me permission to do this. So this is not stealing.
React to, look for, you know, people to just be upset at. I mean, it's a miserable life. They don't get to...
I'm not miserable. No matter how much you try to paint me like that, I am further from that.
Talk about what they actually like. They have to sit there and be angry about something every single day.
I'm not even angry. I don't yell. I don't freak out. You'll never once see me get triggered on my live stream or had a meltdown.
Or be mad about something every single day. It's actually a pitiful and
too many goddamn times Hyperstar Cage
type of life, because I would hate to be that type of content creator where I gotta wake up and be angry about something, or I gotta be mad about something every single day. I gotta
I don't wake up angry. I don't wake up mad at every single thing. None of us do that make this type of content. What are you talking about?
I seek out people that I don't like, videos of people that I don't like, just to react to them so I can make pennies on YouTube, so I can scrape by on YouTube. That just seems like a miserable existence to me. That's just my own personal opinion. If I were you guys, I would focus on enjoying stuff that you like. Obviously, you can talk about the good and the bad. We do that here, but focus on stuff that you like. If you're going to be a content creator, focus on stuff that you want to talk about.
I do focus on stuff what I like, but being a non-biased person, you also have to point out the negatives.
Stuff that you like. Don't focus on people that you don't like. Don't focus on content that you don't like. Don't waste your time being miserable creating YouTube videos, because I'm going to tell you something.
I promise you, I'm not miserable. You can stop painting me as miserable. I am further from it.
Right now, man, that's not fun. These people can sit here and act like they have no problem. This stuff affects their mental.
Oh, you know he watches my stuff. How many times have I said this and then he's trying to be like, oh, no matter how many times I say it, does not affect me mentally. You're the one that had a mental breakdown, not me.
There's no way. There's no way you're sitting here. Gaming is supposed to be about fun. But when
True.
you're waking up every single day, finding something to be upset about, it no longer becomes fun. It becomes weird. It becomes weird and it becomes annoying.
Very true.
You know, where you take it personal. I think it's gonna be so. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Like, stop worrying about people who wake up miserable every single day. You know, who wake up and look to be upset about something. It just seems like a weird flex to me, man. It seems like a really weird flex. But hey,
who's flexing? I'm not even flexing. Who the hell is flexing about doing this?
if that's the type of life they want to live, I can't police that. Live that life, enjoy it. If that's what you want to do, I'm just glad that I can wake up every single day and say, yo, I like this about Nintendo Switch 2. I can talk about it good, the bad. I can talk about it balanced and normal, and I can talk about stuff that I love.
Is that why you had a clout chase on Nintendine, just to recover your dying channel? Come on, my guy, you don't always do that. You bring up Nintendine all the damn time.
Talk about gaming that I love. I don't got to mention a single person. I don't got to make any reaction videos to people that I don't like. I don't got to make.
That's okay. I enjoy reacting. I enjoy exposing you fanboys.
Make any negative videos about Xbox or negative videos about.
It's not negative. It's called criticism. Try again.
PlayStation 5 sales or negative.
Congratulations. You don't want to make the gaming world better. We do.
Video. Like, I don't got to do any of that because that's not what I do. That's not how how I operate and how I get views. So I'm just happy that.
I mean, how you want to get views, you don't even get views. You have to beg on your live streams for people to go watch your videos.
I never went down that route, so I don't got to wake up miserable every single day and looking for things to be upset at or looking for things to be negative about. That just seems like a tainted.
I'm not negative. It's called criticism. Try again.
Cursed existence and a cursed way to become a content creator. But hey,
you're just mad that I'm gonna become more successful than you.
And like I said, for pennies, it's not even like these people are getting.
Trust me, I'm getting more than pennies. You can stop trying to lie to everybody and make it seem like I'm only getting pennies.
Millions of views or getting like hundreds of thousands of views. It's for a couple thousand views to a couple hundred views. It's for pennies. It's for.
I mean, I get more than a couple hundred views. I promise you on that one. Maybe with Dreamcast guy, I'm not getting that many views, but trust me, at 2,000 views, that's still money.
Legitimate pennies. You know, so yeah, hey, couldn't be me, but for other people, that's fine. Do what you're going to do.
That's okay. You're having a hard time getting views on your videos. It must be very miserable knowing that your rentings due.
Exactly. Toxic people aren't worth the time or energy it takes. Exactly. It's not even worth it. So yeah.
Well, we have to expose toxic people like you. That's why we continue to do this.
Oh yeah, the toxic YouTubers want to control you on YouTube, so they make a video on you, then you respond so they can get more content. That's how it was during the video response YouTube era. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's like,
I mean, not really. I don't need you to sit here and like make a response video or acknowledge me. It's not like I'm going to get more views because of it. You're not like this massive channel. That'd be one thing if it was like someone like Beat 'em Ups. When you look how massive of a channel he is, or Switch Force, maybe RGT85, but you don't have clout like that.
Like baiting you to try to do something, like to react to them, or baiting you to react to their vids so it can prop up their crusty channels. But
my God, the only thing crusty around here is that goddamn hairline of yours. But I also react to Harmon Smith. I also react to your prodigy, Nukem Nintendo. What clout am I going to get from them for reacting to them? Are you kidding me? Most of the views that they're getting are from us.
But if you don't actually react to their vids, or if you don't actually react to what they say, or if you just say, I don't watch nothing that you do, they won't ever get that actual publicity that they're looking for, that true.
My guy, I can care less if you acknowledge me. I can care less if I get publicity from you. Trust me. It wasn't like, if I was to debate you right now, it's not like I would get a massive bump. I may get 100 new subscribers, maybe. Okay. And that's a big maybe. Just like what happened last time. Yes, a bump in 100 subscribers is very nice, but it's not really worth having to go through the trouble of having to deal with you like that. So it's not like I'm going to get this massive bump or this publicity from you. You're not that big of a channel, man. Your subscriber count does not mean anything. It does not equate to the views. Okay, you literally are having a dying channel at this very moment.
True publicity of they're looking for, of you putting them on your channel and people being able to see what they're saying. Like, they won't get that. So I don't ever give anybody that type of respect. You know what I'm saying? If it's a smaller content creator that has something to say about me, I don't care. You can make whatever video you want. You know what I'm saying?
I guarantee if Nintendine was to make a video about you, you would definitely respond. And he's technically smaller when you want to go by sub count, but he has more clout than you do.
Saying, so I don't do that. I personally don't do that. And a lot of,
I guarantee you, if it would have been a bigger channel saying something about him, oh, he would definitely say something.
big content,
I guarantee you, if I know it's Alex or Vertanga or Nintendine literally says something about him right now, you know damn well he would say something.
creators, that's the one thing that they tell you. Like, if you talk to other content creators, because we talk, and it's everybody gets stuff put out on them, right? And the one thing that we always say is, yo, man, don't ever put them on your screen. You start putting them on their screen and giving them some validity to what they say, even if it's whatever, right? That's when they win. Like, so you can.
I mean, not really. Is that what I did for Nintendine? It doesn't really matter. Maybe if you're a massive big channel with some actual clout, sure. But you don't have clout, so that doesn't really. Maybe that would have reflected you at one point when you actually were relevant, but now it doesn't matter. You need us more than we need you.
Say I don't care about it. You can say whatever, but don't ever give them the pleasure, because that's what they want. They want you to put them on their screen, and I ain't putting none of them on my screen. I ain't putting none of them on my channel. I ain't putting none of them on my screen, because that's what they want. They want that publicity because they're clout chasing, they're grifting, they're looking for a.
My guy, you don't have any clout. Why do you think you have all this clout when you don't? There's nothing to chase with you.
Come up. They're looking for a way to get better. They're talentless when it comes to actually having conversation about video games. That's
my guy. Let's not pretend like you grew the way you did. You had a channel during COVID. I guarantee you got a massive bump when COVID hit. You also are friends with massively big channels that you collab with and everything that'll pump you up. Come on, stop the cap. It's not like you grew all on your own. And I don't need you to bump me up. Okay. It's not like you bump me up massively with someone who has 100 and something thousand subscribers. You would think if you debated someone with over 100,000 subscribers, you would have gotten a nice little bump. I mean, I got an extra 100 subscribers, which was awesome. But it's not like I got all this clout I got all this clout from you that you claim that you have or something.
Normal. A lot of these people are hacks. They're talentless and they're hacks. They've got to talk about something that's provocative or something that's angry.
And you got to sit here and damage control for you to get views. Or you got to talk about Nintendo because you can't talk about your true passion.
Angry or something that's mad or they're whatever about something. That's the whole thing. Because like I said, they're talentless hacks. They can't talk about game reviews. They can't keep a conversation going.
I do talk about game reviews, so try again.
On normal stuff or what they like, because they're boring. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't.
Is that why you're not getting that many views? Because you're boring?
Don't know what they're talking about. Or they barely play video games. They barely play them or don't play enough.
My guy, we don't really see you play any video games. And playing video games is irrelevant, if we're being honest.
I mean, so that's the rean why they have to go this route. Because
exactly, Blast. He's on, my guy, you're on Spawncast every single week. Yep. Well, last week he finally came on. He wasn't on there for a long ass time.
For themselves or for their audience. So don't give him the attention to actually put them on your channel. So that's something that I ain't doing, you know.
Oh, he will. He'll put us on his channel again. How long do you think this is going to go before he finally says something again? Or one of his people put us on his channel? I guarantee you it's going to get brought up.
Like I said, Velvet, I don't care. He can make every video he wants. I mean, he can do it till the cows come home. Nobody cares. I haven't responded to a single thing. So I haven't responded back because that's what he wants. So I'm not gonna do that. I wish him the best of luck with this channel. I wish him the best of luck of whatever he wants to do. And you know, I hope his $15 of ad revenue per video or $10 of ad revenue per video. I hope he enjoys it. Hopefully he can buy.
Oh, I do, because it adds up. Trust me, it all adds up.
Buy some,
You notice now it's more than pennies. Now he's saying $10, $15.
buy some games with that, or buy some indie games, or
I will.
buy some, I don't know, buy some McDonald's or something.
My guy, come on. I'm fancier than McDonald's, man. If I'm going to go for something, it's going to be Burger King or Wendy's.
Whatever revenue he's making off of it, I hope those scraps.
My guy, you're not making that much more than me. Let's not pretend like your views are dramatically better than mine.
I hope those pennies help,
All right, well, that one's it. Next, we got good old Harmon, and if you can see that picture, and I didn't even have to do any AI altering for that one. That is all strictly him. All right, let's get into some, yes, let's get in here. I need to make this bigger because this is going to drive me crazy. What? There he goes. Did Nintendo mess with your stream? Probably their Water Demon Girl. I think that it did happen, if I'm being honest. Hyperstar Cage. It's okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh. I do not like that. Why is it doing like that? No. What the heck? Oh, man, I messed up my screen. Let's fix it. Oh, great. Oh, great. You do not want to be fixing this while you're live streaming here. This is ridiculous. There we go. All righty, I fixed it. Oh, then I'm going to read them off on my phone instead of reading them off on here. This is ridiculous. Okay. I think someone is trying to flag your streams. Exactly. The powers that be. Okay, I reread these. The fanboys are flat. Yep. Now I'm convinced. Okay, let's see here. Oh, God, Harmon. Exactly. Can't hear the video you're watching. What? Can no one hear that video that I was watching? Oh, shoot. I need to tally it. How many times he said grifter so far? Well, some people are hearing if he said grifter. Or they heard it. I need to know. I can't. He's such an unlikable person. Exactly. And we are back. Yes, we are. Butthurt Nintendo fanboys these days. Exactly. Every time he says grifter, take a shot. Let's do it. Yeah, only Stephanie couldn't hear the stream. That's weird. Miserable, huh? Player essence. You mean the ones that are being honest, that did the work, calling out problems in the video game industry and more. Exactly. I'll take a shot with water because essence trash isn't even worth wasting alcohol on. I understand. Elemental, that's genius. Exactly. Gaming is supposed to be about fun and nothing else. Exactly. He's having a therapy session. Yes, he is. My passion to care is not normal. Oh, yeah. But nowadays, we got butthurt fanboys going around with their mug graphics. How would someone flex about stuff like that? Back again. Yep. Did finish the video of the Vidya price leak of the Steam machine. As I said, I won't believe until it's official. Oh, yeah. I don't think it's going to be $1,000. No, there's no way. Not even close. My reason to criticize is weird. I understand. Graphics isn't the only thing that matters in a game. Very true. Where's the storytelling? Exactly. It's negative. You never talk positive about gaming. Who, me? I talk positive about gaming. That's not true there. Pancake flaps. I did a top 10 best video game video and the most anticipated one, so that's not true. Thank God Indie Game Studio exists to show gaming is supposed to be for fun and escape. Exactly. Yeah, player essence, video games are fun, but if there's problems in video games and the gaming industry, they're doing something wrong that people are calling out on. Exactly. Bro, Harmon crashed the stream. Oh, that's probably true. I am full with AA gaming and indie gaming, so I'm fine with them. At least better than AAA game that just are not worth the call to game. Exactly. I don't know why he thinks you have to be miserable to criticize things. Neither do I. The indie gaming, side where it's at. The AAA industry is dying and I'm here for it. And yep. Which CPAP do you use, Vigilante? What are you, Angry Vigilante? What are you talking about? I don't have a CPAP machine. What the hell are you talking about? Isn't almost any Nintendo fanboy channel dining? Maybe. I'll be honest, he's at least 1 or 2 videos that are successful. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, especially the one about the Steam Deck. But he knew it was going to be successful. Come on, we all knew it was going to be successful. He would hop on that. Yep, exactly. Porta Potty Essence would never debate because behind all that bravado and stern, he is just a little boy in a Pikachu costume crying for Nintendo. Exactly. Small reminder that a lot of DCG views are hate watchers and not actually fans. That's true. I can't believe how many Mario Tennis Fever Glazers there are. Tennis Fever looks similar to the prequel with little updated details. Lacks the animation outfits Mario Kart World has for $70. Yeah, I understand. Player Essence is a professional yapper, and most of what he says is nonsense. That's an understatement. I think Nintendo dropped the ball on the new Switch 2 Joy-Cons. Very true. Tennis Fever lacks characters too. This one hurts the most. I understand. Essence of Trash would never respond because he's a scared little toddler. That is true. Burger King all day. Yummy. There you go. And Etsy and other brands are going to make better skins. True. What the hell is that face? Oh, yeah, just wait. He did that one. I did not have to do AI. Harmon needs to stay away from kids. I agree. Was Harmon doing coke? I mean, he might have. Trouble stream shooting. Yeah, unfortunately, there, Dragon Knight Dragonborn. It's been a hell of a morning. What just happened? Well, yeah. Someone call Bob the Builder. Yep. I prefer to home cook my own meals, and I would only eat out if only necessary if I don't have time to cook. Yep, that's true. No Donkey Kong Country or no Donkey Kong characters besides DK and Diddy. No Coopalings. Why is Bowser Jr. the golden child? I don't know. Wait, you are watching a video? All there is a fucking black screen. Well, no, I'm reading off comments right now there, Blast. Hey, hello there, MS Velvet Crow. You just missed me reacting to Player Essence. But besides the point, Burger King does sound kind of nasty. I prefer Jack in the Box. That's a good one. Hello there, IFE, I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. No problem. Harmon or Player Essence or flagging your streams. It could be a possibility. All righty. Now that we have that out of the way, shall we get into the next one? Let's go.
There's being insane. You know, there's trying to gaslight people into thinking that Power World's going to win the lawsuit and Pokemon somehow.
If anybody's gaslighting, it's that you're gaslighting, trying to make us seem. Wait, is there still a black screen? Is it not doing nothing? Oh, no, it's doing something. Sorry. I'm looking at my phone also to make sure that it's working. But no. Yeah. So if anybody's gaslighting, it's you that's gaslighting people to try to make it seem like they're going to win the lawsuit against Power World.
Going to become not popular over the next 5 years. You know, there's just being delusional, like talking about, you know, Pokemon Legends ZA and how it was a failure and how this is like some terrible game that nobody bought or cared about, when in actuality it's doing very well. And then there's just being like,
yes, Power World did very well. You need to accept that, Harmon.
Downright retarded. You know, where you have a lot of Pal Bros right now making YouTube videos trying to tell you that, like, oh yeah, Pokapia, I'm gonna fail.
Oh my, Harmon, I think you lost it. That's why I paused on there. See, he did that all on his own. Oh no, it's Justin. Hey, when did the stream start? Well, this is the third time the stream has started, actually, because they kept going down, but I started at like 6 o'clock.
Like, Pokepia's gonna fail because Pokemon is for incels and nobody's excited about this game and it looks cringy and nobody likes Pikachu or like nobody cares about this game.
No one cares about it. No one cares about Pokepia. That's why the pre-orders are not doing that well.
Complete and total cope. Like, I would not be surprised if Pokepia turns out to be one of the more successful Pokemon spin-offs we've gotten in the past decade. You know, this is exactly the kind of thing I've been asking for, actually, is like, you know,
You'd have not been asking for it. You're so full of shit. There was nobody asking for this kind of game, Harmon.
A Pokemon game that kind of reinvents the world, that has a completely different gameplay style, that has like some uniqueness and creativity. Like, this is exactly what I wanted out of a Pokemon spinoff. And yet, like, these guys, they're
I mean, you're the only one then that wanted that shit. Many of us would have rather had another Pokken tournament or something instead. Anything but that.
seriously like doing the same thing they did with Tears of the Kingdom. Like, oh, nobody's talking about it. Nintendo hasn't tweeted about this in 2 months. Like, yeah, because
Tears of the Kingdom was on a whole nother level than Pokepia, Harmon.
the holiday season, they're talking about the games that are already out. You know, they're not talking about Pokepia or 2026 in general, for that matter, until the Nintendo Direct drops. Like, you might as well argue that they haven't talked about Fire Emblem, you know? Like, and I know the entire cope right now is this idea that, like, well, Fire Emblem is going to fail too, but, like, you are...
I am not hearing anybody saying that Fire Emblem was going to fail. Have you guys heard that at all? I know I haven't. I don't think Fire Emblem's going to fail.
Are completely delusional at this stage. And this isn't just about Pokepia. This is about, like, all of the upcoming Switch 2 games. You know, Tamagotchi Life's going to be huge, way bigger than I think most people realize. You know,
yeah, no one's really excited for Tamagotchi Life. That's just copium.
Rhythm Heaven's going to be successful.
No one's excited for Rhythm Heaven.
Fire Emblem's going to be a huge deal.
I do agree with Fire Emblem. I think that one's going to be good. I'm excited for it.
And, like, Pokepia is looking as if it's going to be this really interesting title. And yet, for some reason, YouTubers are seriously going out there and saying, like, oh, I'd rather play Pal Farm. Like, bro, you don't even play Pal World.
Many of them probably play Pal World. Did you think about that one all on your own, Harmon? I'm not excited for Pal Farm because those types of games do not excite me. I do not like farming simulator games. They're not my thing. But visually looking at them, Pal Farm does look better than Pokepia. That is just a fact, Harmon, that you need to accept.
You know, do you know how many Pokemon games we've gotten since, like, Pal World launched on Early Access that, like, just mogged the shit out of it? It's like, it's just a giant joke at this point. Like,
the only thing joke around here is that massive ass forehead of yours.
Pal Farm? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you really think that's going to be competitive? It's remarkable, like, truth be told, how desperate the industry is to try and, like, defend Pal World's honor and to try and make it a thing.
Harmon, Pal World is very successful. Many people enjoy it. Well, I could gladly say I don't know if Harmon is actually sleeping in a basement, because he does have a refrigerator. We see that microwave, but we don't see a stove. I don't even think he knows how to cook. He does not look like he knows how to cook. So I'm pretty positive that is a pizza box we are seeing out of the trash can. Harmon, you are not helping your cause. Why do you have a trash can in the back of your video? That is not a good look, man.
When in actuality, like, this is a brand that's not going anywhere, that's not taking off, that's not ever...
Pokemon, or no, Pal World is definitely going somewhere. You want to know what's not going to go anywhere? It's Pokepia. Unless it's in, the only place they're going is in the damn bargain bin.
We're going to have the same kind of success Pokemon's had, and yet, like, it's entirely being pushed by YouTubers who are desperate to try and downplay Pokemon, you know, to downplay the Nintendo IP, to downplay what Pokemon's doing right now. Like, it's just downright insane.
We're not downplaying anything. They're downplaying themselves, Harmon. They shouldn't have made that trash game.
You know, seeing how so many people, like, tried really, really hard to downplay Pokemon Legends EA, seeing it become so successful, and seeing, like, everyone just kind of bend over backwards to kind of ignore it, you know? It's embarrassing. And I've been saying this for a long time. Since, like, you know, even when Pokemon Let's Go came out and I played that, like, it really does feel this way that, like, the general online gaming audience, like, is not capable of criticizing Pokemon games. Like, they don't have...
Oh, we are very capable of criticizing Pokemon games. There were very fair criticisms for Legends EA, that shovelware slop of a game. There's going to be very fair criticisms of Pokepia.
The intelligence for it, they don't play the game. Harmon,
we have played plenty of them, and we have way more intelligence than you do.
Games enough, they They don't know enough about this genre to really adequately evaluate it at all. Because when you're
How so? What do we say that shows that we don't know what we're talking about? Can you name one thing, Harmon?
saying things like, well, the graphics aren't good and the
That's just a fact. The graphics look like shit.
story isn't as mature, you're just like, hey, guess what, genius? That's not why people play Pokemon, you know?
That's not why people played the 2D Pokemon games back on the handhelds. But ever since they pushed the 3D, guess what? Graphics are important. Story's important. Do we need like a mature story like you get with Power World? No. But we do need a story. That is true. You need a good story.
Like, Pokemon was mogging the shit out of every other video game IP on the Game Boy, you know? Like, it mogged the shit out of Final Fantasy VII, you know? Like, you don't think there was a reason for that?
Final Fantasy VII wasn't on the Game Boy, you idiot.
You don't think that, like, the game was fun to play and interesting and engaging? You know, like, people want to pretend that Pokemon's only as popular as it is because, like, you know, it's Pokemon, bro. There's no other reason. But, like, in actuality, it is because all of these games are so high quality and so...
No. Pokemon has not had a high quality game in over a decade. Maybe not a decade, but you know what I mean.
Consistently good that it's very, very hard for anybody who actually plays them to come away thinking that they're like anything less than masterpieces. And that
Legends ZA was not a masterpiece. Scarlet and Violet was not a masterpiece. Are you kidding me? The one that comes closest to is maybe Legends Arceus.
that's been the trend since Gen 1 first debuted, is that like the people who spurg about Pokemon endlessly are all people who don't know anything about Pokemon and don't know anything about its direct competition. Like, you know, the simple fact of the matter is Power World was not able to establish its own unique identity distinct from Pokemon, you know? Like, it is, like, just this generation's Pokemon killer. It's doomed to have the same fate, like, that Yokai Watch had, that, like, Digimon had back in the day, that, like, you know, every other, like, you know, Pokemon clone has had to suffer, is that, like, Pokemon simply
Did you just talk bad about Digimon? Oh, you better hope Gar don't find out about this one.
does it better than these other franchises. And
Can you name one thing? What do they do better than? Because it sure the hell ain't Digimon.
Power World's like a very unique circumstance, because this is the first example of like a company straight up trying to plagiarize Pokemon.
Nope, they just took what Pokemon was doing and made it better. It's not plagiarizing.
And in spite of, like, you know, the fan base's insistence to the contrary, like, they did steal mechanics, they did steal code, they did
Just like Nintendo, or not Nintendo, but just like Game Freak did when they made Pokemon. They didn't come up with that damn system.
steal monster designs, and they are going to get shut down, like, very, very hard. And it's going to be very, very difficult to downplay that fact after Nintendo wins the lawsuit and the game gets taken down. Like, I think Pal Bros are very, very...
Pal Bros? Really? Carmen, we know you can come up with some better names than that. We don't need you to be saying Pal Bros. Come on. You come up with Elden Dingling, Baldur's Gate, some of the other ones. Come on, man. You can do better than Pal Bros. Come on, Harmon.
Unprepared as to what's going to happen when Power World gets taken down. Because when Power World is finished, when it's over, like, when nobody's talking about it anymore, like, when you can't buy it on any store, when nobody's playing it, like, that is going to be seen as an example that of how, like, what happens when you try and go up against Pokemon, you know? Like, it's the same...
Power World's doing perfectly fine. Over 30 million copies in early access. Come on, Harmon.
Same result that we saw with Temtem, with Digimon, with Yokai Watch, is that, like, you tried to destroy Pokemon.
They're all doing perfectly fine.
And you failed, you know? And
Don't recall Digimon trying to destroy Pokemon.
And Power World, I think, had a much bigger blitz than, like, any of them. You know, this is...
I mean, Power World's done better than most of the Pokemon games have.
This is the most, like, radical I think we've seen any Pokemon hate community ever get, you know? Like, in desperately trying to downplay this IP and brand. And
Oh, well, Harmon, you know, you can't get mad at them because they did what Game Freak and did better. They finally listened to what the fans wanted.
This is the end result of that, is that, like, is that they threw out Power World as the Pokemon killer and within 5 years, it's completely gone. You know, it's not going to exist anymore. It's never going to get any sequels or spin-offs or anything. Like, Pal Farm is just not going to be as sophisticated as Pokepia. And, like, you know, if you know anything about, like, you know, Pokepia, if you know anything about Pokemon, if you know anything about the developers, like, if you know anything about Dragon Quest Builders, like, you know...
Just because it worked for Dragon Quest Builders doesn't mean it's going to work for a $70 game, Harmon. Don't think anybody would say Dragon Quest Builders should be $70.
That Pal Farm is just doomed to get, like, completely demolished, you know? It's going to be really interesting.
I mean, that's what we've been saying about Power World, but look at Power World, over 30 million units worldwide.
To see, especially since so many people are in denial about, like, Power World not doing as well as it's purported, because the report that, like, this thing sold like 30 million units or something is just completely wrong, and does need to be talked about more.
Oh, we all know that you'll continue talking about it. We all got that faith, Harmon.
And it's just one of those situations. It's just kind of sad to see just how desperate the community is to keep the meme going for as long as possible. Like, thinking that Power World is in any way a threat to Pokemon. You know, we got Scarlet and Violet, we got Legends Arceus, we got ZA. Like, you know, we're getting Pokepia this year. It's like, you know, the TCG Pocket, you know, everything they're doing with the anime, the merchandise. Like, Pokemon is so far ahead of, like, second place right now that, like, it's not possible.
Did you just, what's above second place, Harmon? No, I don't think so.
For any brand to catch up to Pokemon without, like, at least, like, 10 years of just...
I mean, Pal Farm is up there. What is the highest selling game? What's the highest selling Pokemon game? Highest selling Pokemon game. Harmon, literally, Power World has almost beat the original trio where you had to combine them all. With 31 million copies sold worldwide combined, they've already surpassed that, haven't they? How many copies of Power World? Oh, over 25 million. So sorry, I was off by a little bit. 25 million.
Rapid growth and, like, Pokemon stagnation. Like, it's just embarrassing, I think, how so many people think that, like, Pokemon's position is tenuous when in actuality it's one of the most stable brands in existence. You know, like, its business strategy has been, like, mind-blowing. It's just this...
Yes, unfortunately, I don't understand why it's so stable when they keep releasing slop like they've been doing.
Like, you know, worldwide iconic brand, and something like Power World is just never going to be able to subvert or destroy that. And I do think that's the major takeaway in this, you know, is that, like, every time, like, Sony or whoever tries to, like, prop up one of these Pokemon killer brands, like, we need to acknowledge that, like, you know, this thing is very forced, it's going to die very quickly, and yet, like, there's no real enthusiasm for it outside of Pokemon hate. And that's kind of my takeaway when looking at Pokepia. I challenge you to find a single person talking about Pokepia who doesn't try and, like, compare it to Power World, who doesn't try...
I mean, I've talked about it without comparing it to Power World. I don't need to compare it to Power World, Harmon. Pokepia looks like trash.
And, like, spin it in that direction. Like, who doesn't try to push that narrative? And, like...
I never have once, Harmon. Well, I'm not going to say once, but I don't.
It's remarkable just how desperate they are to...
See, unlike you, I can actually talk about a game and keep on topic. You, on the other hand, cannot.
To pretend that Pokepia is going to fail, but, like, I expect this thing...
Well, it's a good thing you don't get paid for what you expect. And yes, up next, we get good old player essence again, guys. All right, I'm going to read some of the chats, or some of the comments, but I'm not able to read them all because there's just too many of them and we got to get through a lot of videos. So I'm sorry if I missed any of your guys' things. I don't want to, you know, I'm not begging for super chats or anything, so don't take it this way, but I'm not able to keep up with all of the chats. So I will try to read off some of the comments, but if it's like a super important thing that you want to get out there, you know, you can always do a $1 super chat. Again, I'm not begging for them. Blazing Powers. Yeah, nobody questioned Pokemon making a photo game, a talking Pikachu game, and a Tetris Attack clone. Yep, very true. Harmon is also a brokey who can't even afford a gaming PC to play it. Very true. He had a Dell laptop from what I remember. You don't like using the term slop, or I don't like using the term slop, but Pokemon Legends ZA is literal slop. Yes, it is. No, it is shovelware slop. Let's get that one correct there. Shiverstar shovelware slop. I wouldn't even call ZA shovelware slop. At least shovelware slop has some imagination behind it. That's actually true, Draconic Darkness. I can't wait to hear what they say when Gen 10 sucks. Well, we'll find out. A1K300, you never know, it could actually be good. I'm not holding my breath though. Pokemon will never be good again. I give ZA a chance, but it's only this decent. I think ZA is probably the worst one. Honestly, if Pokemon were to mature with the audience, then they should do what Harry Potter did and also age up the characters and make it serious sometimes. Exactly. I'm not the biggest graphic stickler, but it needs to look presentable. Pokemon Legends ZA is not presentable. That's facts. Arceus gave me hope. Then Scarlet and Violet came out. It was the final nail in the coffin for a lot of people. Mine was Legends ZA. Digimon, a Pokemon clone. Oh, hell no. I know, right? Digimon is great. Exactly. Oh, no, it's Justin. Angry Vigilante. I think he watched your videos, OmniArc's videos, and some other. From what I gathered, he's referring to you guys' videos. OmniArc video mentioned the Pokepia, and I'm getting hints of it. I'm getting hints of what I'm saying too, so yeah. Oh, I know he watches our videos, trust me. I'm also a Digimon fan too, and like my friend Gara that commented Harmon made is making my blood boil. Oh, I bet. That's why I said you better hope Gara don't find out. Thanks to Digimon, Time Traveler got me back to loving Digimon again. You mean Time Stranger? Digimon is honestly way better than modern Pokemon games. That is very true. But that's not a hard thing to accomplish if we're being honest. Harmon, keep Digimon out of your mouth. If I become a salt miner, I would be the most brutal one of all. I bet. If Pokemon implemented all the criticism it received, all the Pokemon has never been about graphics, fanboys would say it's the best game in the world. Exactly. I could see a meme. Me being Stitch holding Cease. Oh, yep. How does he look like a drunk toddler and a 45-year-old divorced dad at the same time? Holy crap, prick. I wouldn't say he looks like a divorced dad, to be honest, because that would mean he could actually get laid. Cry about it, Harmon. Exactly. Power World is destroying Pokemon after all 6 million copies and counting to this day, and a lot of updates, including Terraria and Ultra Kill. Pokemon never listens to the fans and only cares about money. True. He has too much estrogen in his system. Oh, you know it there, Water Demon Girl. It's so sad how fanboys like him claim that other games are ripoffs of Nintendo. That is very true. The Legend series sucks, but even the first one was better than ZA. Very true. His shit shack looks so atrocious, it makes Shrek jealous. Very true. Pokemon was a ripoff originally. Exactly. Harmon, Pokemon lost its core, its story, its characters. That is true. For a multi-billion-dollar franchise, they can't even put in a lot of effort and elbow grease into improving the Pokemon franchises and making it better and giving the fans what they want. Very true. When has Sony promoted Power World alongside it coming to PlayStation? That's true. Power World is released their trading cards on July 30th, Harmon. Face it, Pocket Pair is better than Game Freak. Oh, I didn't know Power World was doing trading cards. There we go. Looks more like Animal Crossing. Yep, that's true. It does. I would love to see a Pokemon game that plays like the anime with real-time battling and dodging mechanics. That would be nice. More essence of trash. Yep. You're good, man. Thank you. It's fine, bro. You're only human. Very true. Got my morning snack, just bowl of green grapes. There you go. Digimon Triumph Stranger is goated. Very true. I keep pitting Time Raveler, RIP, but that is the game got me back to loving Digimon again. Exactly. Even the older games have better animations. Very true. Alrighty, let's get into player essence.
Let's see here. You see the report, Switch 2 sales down 35% in America, 16% UK, 30% France. Yeah, watch my video, Venom Gamer. If you watch my video, then you know that I already talked about it. But once again, I'm not so sure about the numbers because...
Of course, you're not sure. Now, this troll is legendary, guys. I am not kidding you. by the end of it, he literally starts to think it's actually DBZ Nation as the troll. Now, DBZ Nation told me that it wasn't him. Wink, wink. But he says it's not him. But this troll is legendary. He literally gets player essence almost break, and it is glorious.
Christopher Dring, he stated that he didn't have December's numbers, and we need to wait for Nintendo to actually show off.
Why would he have December's numbers? The article was about November not doing well. You keep saying, oh, wait for the December. He doesn't have December. It doesn't matter.
Their numbers overall. And it's not even down. Once again, it's not down compared to anything but the Switch 1 numbers, which came out in 2017.
Because this is the system. The one previous would be the Switch 1. It makes sense. If the PS6 comes out, they're going to compare it to the PS5.
Switch 1 sold pretty good. So they're comparing it just to Switch 1. They're not comparing it to like anything else outside of Switch 1.
I don't see why they would. I don't understand why they would.
So overall, the sales were still
Yeah, I'll turn the volume up.
fine from what I understand from my sales tracking. And I have it at selling more than the Switch 1 in the first year. So the first
Okay, but that report wasn't off of the first year. It was off of the month of November.
calendar year, my tracking has that at around 15.5 to 17 million, somewhere there. That's still more than what the Switch 1 did in the first 10 months. So from March to the end of December, I still have it tracking above.
That's irrelevant. That has nothing to do with what the article was. The article was over November of Black Friday.
The total number of the Switch 1, which the report doesn't say, obviously, because it doesn't have the full numbers. It doesn't have the full details.
It's not about that. It's about Black Friday. It's about the month of November.
So we'll get that in February overall. But yeah, I know that's like the most recent clickbait. That's the most recent. What everyone's saying, oh, look at the numbers are down. Oh.
It's not clickbait. It's actually facts. Straight facts.
And it's an incomplete report. Circana doesn't have the December numbers yet. The more that I research and dig into it, the more it's kind of like, okay, this was done a little bit prematurely. But shout out to Chris.
It was about the Black Friday. It was about the month of November. How premature could it be? December has nothing to do with it.
Christopher Dring, he does a good job outside of the clickbait stuff. He does a pretty good job, you know. But yeah, it's not a complete. Like I said, I covered it, and I do think that it is down compared to Switch 1 in some regions. But obviously,
Of course it's down. It's down for Black Friday, which is more of an American region. It's not a Japanese region.
for the year, it's up compared to some regions as well compared to Switch 1. But once again, who cares? Like, I don't
Exactly. Who cares? Just be honest.
care if the Switch 2 doesn't sell as good as the Switch 1. That doesn't matter
Yes, it does.
as long as it just sells good, you know. Just like the PS5
And it didn't sell good for Black Friday.
isn't selling as good as the PS2. The PS3 didn't sell as good as the PS2.
We're not talking about the PS5. We're not talking about the PS4. That's all irrelevant.
The PS4 didn't sell as good as the PS2, you know. So yeah. But we should wait for the actual numbers from Nintendo, and then we can kind of go from there. And we're gonna get that next month. But yeah, it's compared to Switch 1. You're just so yeah. Keep that in mind. Let's see here. I can't believe people are still eating clickbait. It's like it's not 100% clickbait with Christopher Dring's article. It's just incomplete. He doesn't have.
It's not even incomplete. Literally, it's about Black Friday. You keep trying to add more to it.
All the data. I don't think he actually has December's data. Shout outs to Gloria. Thank you for the $10 donor. I don't think he actually has all the data, which he did admit that he doesn't have all the data for Japan. Obviously, he waited for that one. He doesn't have all the December data either, because Circana doesn't have the December data. They don't even have prelim data.
Why would he have December data? It's irrelevant. He's talking about November, not December.
So I don't think Christopher
It would be one thing if he said it didn't sell well in December, but he didn't.
Dring actually got all the data. I think he just was talking about November and what's been reported.
That's literally what it's about.
So far in the charts that we got, but I don't think he actually has all of December data for every single region.
Why would he? The article wasn't about December.
It's just certain regions that he might have. So yeah.
Yes, for November, not December. No reason to bring up December. You keep bringing up December as a deflection.
Which once again, he did admit on Twitter that he doesn't have every bit of it, but yeah. Once again, I think he did the same thing at the beginning of the Switch launch where he did a 2-week audit.
Oh, that Venom Gamer guy literally just did a A comment said, I think you are being over dramatic about calling them clickbaiters. Oh boy, we all know how Player Essence is.
On Switch 2 third-party sales, so it's just every now and then it's gonna pop up with something. It's just gonna happen where it's incomplete, or it's not everything, or it's just kind of sparse, and then people are gonna, what? No, this is bad, and then people are gonna make their videos. It's same thing happened with Switch 1, so we'll probably get that for the first.
It's called reporting. Maybe you should try it for once.
2 years or so, probably like in year 3 or so. That stuff will probably stop, and I'll just focus on if the games are good or not. Thank you for the Big 10. You're now the Hokage, Street Ninja. Says, I think you're being more over dramatic than calling them clickbaiters. I'm being more over dramatic about calling them clickbaiters. I'm being more over dramatic. No, I just said that they're.
Why'd you have to repeat it like 3 damn times, my guy? Did it like break your brain? You couldn't believe someone actually dropped that comment? My God, you shouldn't need to say it 3 damn times in a row.
There's some clickbait. There's some stuff that's factual. There's some stuff that's clickbait. That's all I said. I don't think I'm being over dramatic at all.
Of course you're being over dramatic.
Just to let you know, Venom, I've been covering Nintendo for a decade plus.
How does that have anything to do with being over dramatic, my guy? He said that you were being over dramatic about calling them grifters, and now you're like, oh, I've been covering Nintendo. That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant.
And I'm not stupid. Like, I know how the business works when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to websites and all that. I know how it works. So trust me, there's a formula of how people make money on YouTube and on all this stuff. And part of it is doing certain things incomplete and doing stuff like this.
Like you do? When you remove the context whenever you report on sales data? Are you narking on yourself over there, Player Essence?
So trust me, I've been around for a long time, my boy. I'm not just making up stuff just to make up stuff. I don't over dramatize.
I mean, the troll never said that you made up anything. He just said that you're overreacting. That's not saying you're lying.
Anything when it comes to stuff like this. I've just said I've been around. So like I said, some of it is true. Like I said, some of the data is accurate, which I acknowledge. If you watch my video, which you didn't, you just came here to tell me I'm over it. No, I'm not. But as I'm looking through, I've researched more. I'm not just talking.
My God, I think you missed the point of live streams. Live streams are not meant to direct people to watch your content. You don't grow on live streams. If you want to be successful like that, you need to have your long videos direct people to your live streams. That's how it works. If someone shows up to your live stream, they're not going to care to watch your long video. If they ask a question, there's no point saying, oh, you must not watch my video, or tell people to go watch your videos. No, if they wanted to watch your video, they already would have.
Out of my neck, guys. I researched more. I looked on Twitter. He has a Twitter account. You can see people questioned him on Twitter, and he admitted to not having every bit of data beforehand.
And you keep saying he didn't have December's, but why would he? The article wasn't about December.
He doesn't have everything. Matt Piscatella doesn't even have the December data. So if Matt Piscatella...
That's irrelevant. Everything that people are covering has nothing to do with December. It was about November.
With Circana, which is accurate data, if he does not have it yet, there's no way Christopher Dring had it ready to go in a video already for that. He doesn't have all the data. So that's all I was saying. So some of it is clickbait, some of it is incomplete, some of it is correct. And he ran the story, which is fine. So it's all good, man. I'm allowed to have my opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion, right?
Okay, but why are you going on this long tangent just because some troll sat there and said that you're overreacting? I've never seen him act like this just from someone saying that.
So
that really got under his skin. That's why he's typing stuff up trying to find out something.
So yeah, I don't think I'm over dramatizing just because I say that there's some people that are clickbaiting. Some people are, plain and simple. Some people are. Some people are not. Some people are being accurate and reporting. Some people are clickbaiting. So yeah. Shout outs to Glory with another 10. Big love. Because remember before the Switch 2 sold 10 million? Remember what the reports were? Remember what people were saying on Twitter?
That's completely irrelevant. That has nothing to do with what they were talking about. They sat there and brought up the most recent article about the sales being down for Black Friday. So about the 10 million sales, that's completely irrelevant. You're trying to bring stuff up that has nothing to do with it to try to show that you're right when you're not.
Remember what people were saying with some of the reports and what was happening? Remember all of that? And then it sold 10 million. Was I being over dramatic then? You haven't seen anybody clickbait? That's fine. I have. So
I mean, who? Who was clickbaiting? Who was wrong? Who was lying? Tell us.
I'm on the internet more than you. I research more than you. I look at a lot of things more than you. So you haven't, that's cool, and I have.
Congratulations. You haven't shown no proof behind any of this research. Where's your proof?
So it's all good, man. So you
Man, this troll has literally got, am I wrong, or has this troll got under him pretty bad? And he's barely even said anything.
you can believe what you want to believe. I can see what I want to see. So it's all good, man. Let's see here. He says you don't have the same energy either. Where do I have the energy of being crazy when it comes to companies compared to Nintendo?
Oh, it says it right there. Venom Gamer, you don't have the same energy either. Oh, boys, he triggered.
Go ahead and show me the videos that I have of Microsoft or of Sony of me having any type of crazy venom or energy towards those two companies. Go ahead. Link them for me, Venom.
I mean, the person didn't say that. The comment literally says you don't have the same energy either. I mean, that can be taken either way. So I don't even know what it's about, to be honest.
Go ahead. Because I already knew one person was going to say, you don't have the same energy either. Show me where I have the energy.
I mean, if you knew that was going to happen, why didn't you come prepared then? Because I know what's going to happen.
That's crazy for Microsoft or Sony. Go ahead. And I need you to show me now. Like, I don't need you to wait and try to look it up. I need you to tell me the videos, tell me the streams where I have crazy type of energy for Sony or Microsoft. Go ahead.
I mean, the comment didn't say that. All it says, you don't have the same energy either. How the hell do you take that comment saying you don't have the same energy as saying that he's saying you had disdain or angry over something? Are you kidding me?
I'm waiting. I need an answer in about 10 seconds, my boy.
I mean, 10 seconds, that's a little bit short of amount of time. Come on, you can't expect someone to have it right then and there. That's just ridiculous.
Because you said, so do you. So that means you know off the top of your head, right? All right, I need about 10 seconds. 10 seconds I'm going to give you from right now. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh, exactly. Baby man
6,
energy. Very true.
5.
He is
4,
he is offensive.
3, 2, 1. Oh.
Venom Gamer just sat here and said something at the very bottom. It says, calm down. It takes time to type, which is very true.
Oh. No. Go ahead and tell me.
I mean, that's kind of true. You literally expected him to actually send you links. It could be him or her. I don't really know. But you really expected the troll to be able to send you the links right then and there. Come on, my guy.
Calm down. It takes time to type. Show me the videos. Tell me what video it was. Tell me where it was that I had that crazy energy and venom for him. Go ahead.
Again, the comment never said anything about Venom. Are you looking at their troll name? It says Venom, Venom GA. I don't know what the rest of it says, but I think he said Venom Gamer was what he called them.
For Microsoft or Sony with the layoffs and all that. Go ahead. I'm waiting. It says take time to type. You should know. You said that I don't have the same.
I mean, you still have to type. Well, you could know the answer, my guy. Come on. Not everybody types super, super fast. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Energy, so you should know. Go ahead and show me. You should already know. You shouldn't have to. It shouldn't take you too long. If you accuse somebody of something, you should be able to instantly say what it was.
Oh, there was another person, the GRE something. Player S is not piling on with Venom's comments, but you did throw some shade at the PC handhelds in one of your latest videos. I thought that was pretty funny. Very true.
Since you say you don't either, go ahead. It's taking you too much time.
It's been like 10 seconds, my guy. How much time do you think how much time are you going to give the person? Come on, be realistic.
Tell me, go ahead. I'm waiting. I'll give you more than 10 seconds. How about that? We'll give you 30 seconds. The reason why is I don't want you to go try to look it up or try to look up something to make up something. That's the reason why I wanted to.
Okay, but you said that you knew someone was going to come and say that. So if you could have came prepared, what does it matter if someone went and looked up something? You should be able to combat it anyways if you didn't say it.
Cut down the time because you just said it off the top of your head. You know good and well that there's nothing.
He finally says something. You will say the PS5 gets a discount, but will never mention the Switch 2 about the aggressive price difference. Oh, that is so true. I am pretty positive. Are you sure, DBZ Nation, this ain't you?
You say the PS5 gets a discount, but will never mention the Switch 2 about aggressive price difference. What the hell are you talking about? What does that have to do with having any type of anger or venom towards a company?
he never said that you had anger or venom. What the hell are you talking about? The comment literally just said you don't keep the same energy either.
What's wrong with you? I already knew it was some BS that you were about to type up. What does that even mean? You will say the PS5 gets a discount, but you will never mention Switch 2 about aggressive price difference.
That's very true. I mean, you don't. That's actually factual. You don't. I have exposed you so many times for that one.
What does that even mean? I don't have any venom for PlayStation 5 having a discount on there. If anything, that's good that it has a discount so more people can buy the system. I made no angry videos or angry write-ups or angry tweets or angry anything about PS5 having a discount. So what? That's good for the consumers. I have 3 PlayStation 5s.
I mean, that's completely irrelevant, but you're literally just adding stuff to what the person said. The person never said that you got angry or that you had venom towards them or anything. Nothing was said there. The literal comment was that you don't keep the same energy either. You're literally adding something and overreacting because you're so triggered. And then you're not even facing what he's saying.
Dummy. Like, what are you talking about? This is why I knew it was BS. All right. Moving along. Anyway, that is not the same. We're talking about being angry.
Wait, did someone say something? I don't see. No, I don't know what he's going off of.
Making scathing videos on something. I made no scathing video on PS5 prices or anything like that.
Oh, and Venom Gamer just said, I never said you had venom.
I made nothing. I made no angry venom towards PS5 or angry anything towards that. There's none. No, there.
And then he said, I said your energy is different.
There is no energy difference. No.
There is true. I mean, there is very much energy difference. You literally, when it came time for you to finally say, oh, the PS5 had a fat discount and did so well during the Black Friday, even though Nintendo did not have that, but you never want to mention the price difference when it came to Japan. Come on here, my guy.
That's your mental disability kicking in. Okay.
Oh, and now he has to attack the person. See, this is what happens when he has no logic to combat the person. He literally has to attack them. I've been saying this for like the last, 9 months now? 6 months?
That's the slowness of you kicking in there. That's just your brain that doesn't operate at an efficient level, telling you, Nintendo, he likes all bias. That.
I mean, you are biased, and the way he did that was pretty funny.
That's your Nintendo.
Oh my God. Venom Gamer just sat here and did another one saying, of course, run away from criticism.
It's your Nintendo derangement syndrome kicking in there. That's not anything that I actually did. Like I said, moving along. Moving along. Let's see here. You said I had the same energy. I do not. There is no same energy. And what you said is idiotic. Like, I didn't have.
Well, he didn't say you have the same energy. He said that you don't keep the same energy. That's what the person says. And then he just left another message saying, no, those are the facts.
Have any bad energy for Sony having a discount? There was no bad energy.
So far from all the comments I read, the person never said that you had bad energy. You're the one that keeps putting that in there.
So yeah. But so anyway, of course, run away from criticism. You don't have any criticism. There is no criticism. You don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, the person actually did have criticism. They literally said that you don't keep the same energy when it came to the sales, which is factually true.
If you actually had valid criticism, I would say, yeah, you know what, that's true. But you didn't say anything that's real. You just made up something.
No, it's factual that you sat there when you reported on the sales for Black Friday with the PS5. You talked about that fat discount that they got. But when it comes to you ever talking about the sales for the Switch 2 in Japan, you never talk about the fat price difference between them.
To try to talk in the stream, and that's okay because you think that there's something. It's okay. You don't know what you're talking about, and it's fine.
I mean, that's why you couldn't disprove that person one single time. You're trying to say that they don't know what they're talking about, but you couldn't even disprove them. All you've done so far is attack the person, and then you sat here and now you're running away, just like the person said. Of course, run away from criticisms. I love this troll. I really do.
You know, you don't know what you're talking about, and it's fine. We can move on from that. But no, what you said is idiotic. You've proven nothing, and you need to sit down, okay? Just sit down and relax, buddy. Exactly. Nintendo bad. He doesn't have
I mean, I don't think that that person ever once said Nintendo was bad. Now you're just projecting.
the same energy. For what? You didn't prove anything. Or for the price increases and the price drops and the same thing for Nintendo. What the hell does that even mean? Where's the video that I did that? What do you?
You literally did a video where you said that the PS5 got a fat discount, but you never once ever sit here and say that the Switch 2 has a fat price difference between the Japanese and the non-ones.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? Now you're gaslighting, saying, "Oh, you can't take criticism." What criticism? You didn't.
No, there was no gaslighting there. I didn't see no gaslighting. Now you're just making stuff up.
Levy any. You just said something that wasn't correct. That's all.
No, they said something was factually correct because I got videos up proving it. That's factual.
You did. You just lied, and then you're trying to pass it off as if it's a fact. It's not. You linked nothing. You said nothing. Nothing that you made even made sense. So anyway, like I said, moving along.
Oh, if you wanted to move along, you want to keep going. Trust me, he keeps going. It gets worse.
Sorta's wrapping up this weekend. Yeah, it's the mental disability. It's the mental slowness, just kind of catching up with some people. So anyway, as internet's full of dumb people. Yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, you are on there, Player Essence. After all, you are on there.
The thing that the thing that I don't like, what I don't like is people making accusations and people saying things that's clearly not true.
Oh, you could tell he is so triggered. See, this bothers him so damn bad, but it was true. I have proof of it. I've exposed you for it. Not just you. I've exposed some of your brethren for it. So trust me, this isn't just you, but you are one of them. Okay? You don't keep the same energy. You literally will not sit here and talk about the Switch 2 doing so well in Japan because of that price difference. Many of us agree that the reason why the PS5 sold so well on Black Friday was because of the damn price cut. But you won't mention about how amazing that it sold in Japan because of their price difference.
That's what I don't like, especially in my own chat. It just seems weird to me.
Now, I think what it is, you just don't like being exposed in your own chat.
When I go to people's chats, if I don't know something 100%, then I don't say it.
Okay. Venom Gamer sat here and did another one. I got to wait.
I did not.
Oh, we got Vetbull Zexel with a $2 super chat. Player Essence is acting like Nicholas Morado. Who's that?
Not write any scathing articles on PlayStation price drops compared to.
That person never said that you did. What are you talking about? That person just said that you don't have the same energy.
I didn't do that. I made no videos angry or scathing. It's nothing like what Jez did with Nintendo. Nothing like it at all. So I don't know where this is coming from, honestly.
Okay, now I can read it. He said that you said for Black Friday, the reason why the PS5 did well because of the price cut, but don't want to bring up the fact that the Japanese sales are so good because of their price cut. Very true. Very true. You did sit here and say that the PS5 got a fat discount. You were implying that's the reason why it sold well.
You said Black Friday, the reason why PS5 did well is because price cut. Don't worry to bring up the fact Japan sales were so good on their price cut. That is not scathing.
The person never said it was scathing. You are the one that keeps adding scathing to it.
That is called analysis. Yes, PS5 did.
That's called bias fake analysis.
Really good this Black Friday because of a price cut. Yes, if you
exactly. There you go.
You discount something and it sells good because of a price cut, that means it's good. Now, PlayStation 5 was going to sell okay or good anyway.
No one said that it wasn't.
But with the discount, it's going to sell even better.
Exactly. Just like with the Japan sales for their Switch 2.
That's the reason why. That's not scathing. That's not the same.
They never said it was scathing. He just literally just dropped another comment saying, I never said you were angry.
That's not, there's nothing wrong with me having that analysis. Everybody had that same analysis. Oh,
it's irrelevant. Yes, many people had that analysis, but they're also willing to point out that the Japanese sales are so good because of the price cut. The person isn't talking about everybody else. He's talking to you.
PS5 did a lot better this holiday because of the discounts.
This is all deflection. See, now it's finally clicking in his head what's going on. It took him a second to finally realize. Now he's realizing that he's actually exposed.
Everybody had that same analysis. That's not anything scathing. That's not anything. That's not bad energy. There's nothing.
They never said that it was bad energy. They literally have said multiple times that they never said venom. They never said that you were angry.
There's no problem with me saying that. Like, everybody had that same analysis. Oh man, PS5 with those discounts did a lot better.
Okay, then why don't you say it with the Switch 2 then? How hard is that?
Am I not correct? What's the problem here? What's the problem? What's the problem here? Just like Switch did well because of the cheaper unit, Switch 1 or Switch 1 did well because.
Okay, so Venom Gamer said, just like the Switch did well because of the cheaper unit. I'm going to take a wild guess that the person forgot to put a 2 there because they've been talking about the Switch 2 this whole damn time.
Because of the cheaper unit? Okay, what's your it's not that it's a cheaper unit. It's literally that.
It is cheaper. When you have one unit that's $450 and another unit that's like $318, that's cheaper. Do you not understand what the word cheaper means?
That's the price.
It doesn't matter. It's still cheaper.
Economics and the things of a cheaper Japanese language model only compared to a worldwide discount. Those are.
It's the same damn thing. The units, I mean, not the discount in that one. No, one is a discount. One is an actual price thing. So it is different. You are correct.
Two completely different things.
As someone tried to say, it's not cheaper in Japan. No, it is cheaper in Japan. It's a region adjusted price. It doesn't matter. It's still cheaper. Factually, it's cheaper. You guys are idiots.
Those are two completely different things. Japan, Switch 1 did well in Japan. It did really good in Japan. The DS did really good in Japan.
That's irrelevant. They're not talking about the DS. They're not talking about the Switch 1. They're talking about the Switch 2 because of that massive price difference.
Those systems do really good in Japan. DS did really good in Japan. Switch 1 did really good in Japan. Switch 2 was going to do well no matter what. Now, is it selling potentially better because of that? Yeah, maybe. But
no, there's no maybe about it. That is factually the reason why that it is selling better.
I don't know. We never had.
You do know. Use some common sense, my guy.
Had it at a cheaper price. So we don't know how it was going to do or not. I can't say how it was going to do compared to that or not, because that's what it was. That's what it is. The economics of Japan, the yen is weaker. There's so many socioeconomic.
All that is completely irrelevant. There are many other countries. Go look at China. Literally, their annual income is less than what Japan is. Okay, and they still don't get that price drop. They still have to pay $446.
And other type of macroeconomic factors when it comes to a Japanese language only model in a place where the average salary is lower, the yen is lower.
Okay, go to Vietnam. Go to China, where they're both made at. Guess what? Their annual income is less than what Japan is, and they still in Vietnam has to pay more than $450 where they're made, for crying out loud. In China or in Hong Kong, it's $446.
There's all different types of economic factors.
All that is completely irrelevant. There are other countries that are not doing that good, and they still got to pay full price. Only Japan gets this treatment.
With the Nintendo Switch 2, these are things that you don't understand.
Obviously, you don't understand them either there.
But you look at things in one way, black or white, and I look at things from an analyst because I understand.
From a biased person, let's get that correct. You don't look at it from an analysis. An analysis is supposed to be non-biased. That you are not.
Understand the macroeconomics of Japan in terms of.
Oh, he is so triggered right now. You don't even know what you're talking about, man.
How much people make. It's a completely different thing than the US and Europe. Average salary.
Okay, it's not just the US and Europe. Go to Vietnam. Go to China. Only country that gets a special treatment when it comes to the Switch 2 is Japan.
The price of the yen, the value of the yen, things like that factor into how well a system is going to do. But in Japan, Nintendo's been doing really well regardless. So I don't know how well it would have done if it was a bit more expensive or not. I don't know how.
It's common sense, literally player essence. If they could have sat here and charged it at $450 and got away with it, they would have done it. They gave them a cheaper unit because they knew they couldn't afford the full price, or they would have just done the full price.
How well it was going to do. That's just an assumption. But I think that it's pretty obvious that having a.
Oh, Venom Gamer just sat here and did, because he said he's talking about the Switch 2, like I said. And then he was like, oh, you're just moving the goalposts. Exactly. That's what he's been doing. He's been moving the goalposts and deflecting the whole damn time.
Discount on the PS5 made it do better this holiday season.
Yeah, just like with the Switch 2 getting a cheaper unit makes it do better since launch. Agreed.
Sure, could the Switch 2 have done not as good without the Japanese language only and it was more expensive? Maybe that wouldn't do as good.
There's no maybe. It wouldn't have done as good. Not nearly as good. Or they would have released it at that price.
Good, but chances are it still does really good considering Nintendo's track record in Japan. But I don't know. It never launched otherwise when it comes down to it. Pretty much everyone's just buying that model. So nothing scathing about what I said.
Again, you're the one that keeps projecting. They never said scathing.
There's nothing that's
Oh, I love this video too, Bepples Exel. This is one of my favorites.
scathing at all about that. So yeah. You look at things from a biased stand? No, that's not biased. That's
You do look at things from a biased stand. That is very true. Good job, Venom Gamer, for calling him out. Venom Gamer, he is not letting this person up. He is pushing him, and you could tell Player Essence does not like it.
you not understanding at all the macroeconomics of Japan and why they even have a.
You don't even understand the macroeconomics. We all know why they have a cheaper unit. We all understand why. It is not a hard thing to figure out. It's because Nintendo cares about Japan over everyone else, so they have to give them a cheaper unit, knowing that they can't afford them. And yes, it's because of their economy. Yes, it's because of their yen. But guess what? China, the economy's worse. Their money is worse. Same thing in Vietnam. They still got to pay full price.
Japanese language model only. That's not it at all. That's not it at all, 100%. The reason why Japan, in terms of Switch 2, does so well is because of the games. It was going to do well no matter what. Now, I don't know how much.
Well, I actually have a video coming out tomorrow. Literally, I'm not kidding you guys. I did not know this, and I just found this one out. All of Nintendo games are literally cheaper in Japan. While we're stuck here paying $70, $80, they're only having to pay $50 to $57 for those games, for the digital versions. That's how bad it is.
How much better it was going to do or not. I have no idea. I don't know. It would have still.
Oh, he sat here and said something. He's like, and it's obvious the reason that it sold so well in Japan is because of the cheaper unit. Facts, right there, facts.
Probably did really good. Chances are probably would still do good because Nintendo has the IPs like Pokemon and Zelda and Mario that sell the system. So yeah, I never said that the PS5's only doing good because of the sales. I
don't think that person said it either. He said that person sat there and said, if I remember correctly, that you said that it did so well, not only well. Come on here.
Said that. That's once again your mental disability kicking in.
I mean, the other person didn't say that either. That's just you projecting and deflecting because you're losing so damn bad to a troll that you can't even combat with. This troll literally has you backed into a corner and is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's your mental disability kicking in. I never said PS5 wouldn't do good without the sales. I never said that. Never said that at all. I
don't recall any of the comments that person put in there said that either.
Said PS5's only doing good because of sales. Never said that. I said that it had a really good holiday because of the discount. The extra $100 discount after price increases definitely helped out. But I never said that it wouldn't do good without them or anything. That's one.
I don't recall any of the comments. Now you're just adding stuff to it and you're rambling on because you know, and then this man is triggered. He cannot handle it.
Once again, your mental disability kicking in, you know? So yeah, that's it. In Japan, I think they just don't like PS.
Oh, the person said another one, said you don't understand it. Also, the reason why the games sell so well right now is because they also get cheaper games. Factually true.
As much, so cheaper model made no impact. Likewise, Japan prefers Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, because Japan has a cheaper model PS5 right now, right? How's the sales for the cheaper model PS5 doing?
The PS5 games aren't cheaper, though. That's one thing that you're negating. If you want to get Ghost of Yote, they don't get it at a cheaper price. They don't get it at $50 like they get Nintendo games.
Venom, how's the sales for the cheaper model PS5 right now? Go ahead and answer that question. I'm not having a mental breakdown.
I mean, Venom Gamer literally called him out and said, "You're the one who had a mental breakdown," and he was just like, "I'm not having a mental breakdown." I don't think that person said you're having one right now. He said that you're the one who had a mental breakdown. Oh my God, this is fucking awesome. Oh my God, this troll is a legend right now.
Answer my question. How is the cheaper model PS5 doing? Is it selling better than the Switch 1? Is it selling better than the Switch 2? They've got a cheaper model. Is it doing really good because it's cheaper? Just answer the question. How's the cheaper model PS5 doing in Japan? It's cheap. How's it doing?
Oh, Venom Gamer just here said, I never said that you said that. I'm assuming they must be talking about him saying that it was only going to sell that well.
Just answer the question. That's all I want. How is it doing really good because it's a cheaper model?
We'll see what they have to say.
See what I'm talking about?
I mean, you got to give them time to literally type it up. Come on, Player Essence.
Let's see here. I'm not gonna debate this guy. This guy has no idea what he's talking about.
I mean, literally, this guy has been proving you wrong. You have literally lost. And you want to start a debate thing on Thursday.
He just makes, once again, he makes up stuff to say you're just biased.
You agreed with him. You literally agreed with him. So how did he make it up? You just don't like that he called you out.
I don't have the same energy. The energy that I was talking about is a scathing.
Doesn't matter what energy you were talking about. That person literally said you don't keep the same energy. And then they literally said the reason why you don't keep the same energy.
Indictment of a company over something that you don't like. I had no scathing indictment over Sony of a price drop. I simply gave my own personal analysis on the sales.
You gave a very biased analysis. There's a difference.
Of over the holiday. That's all I did. And this guy tried to make it seem as if I was having some type of angry analysis or something.
No, that's you that's trying to make it seem like that, not that person.
Then it's weird. It's goofy.
No, I'm not kidding you there, Hyperstar Cage. They are literally getting them for $50, literally.
Anyway, he's right, OJ. Definitely Nintendo fanboy. Shout outs. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate you, KJ. That's the easy way. You know what also is the easy way of doing things? Just calling me a fanboy. That's just ad hominem. So that doesn't.
I mean, okay, it was someone else. I'm about to say, I didn't think Venom Gamer actually did it. And the Venom Gamer says the games on the PS5 are not cheaper like the Nintendo games. That is true.
Prove your point either. So yeah. Games on the PS5 are not cheaper like Nintendo games. No, I want you. And no, they're cheaper.
No, they're not. They're not. If you go look at Ghost of Yote in Japan right now, it is not $50. So no, it's not.
The PS5 gets discounts all the time.
The games
you know?
They didn't say the PS5. They said the games. Maybe you should learn how to read.
Cheaper just because you converted yen to USD.
Yeah.
It is. Literally, if you convert yen to USD, it comes to be $50 for some of the Nintendo Switch games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The games aren't just that's what I'm saying. He doesn't know the economics of Japan. He has no idea.
Doesn't matter. It's common sense.
But once again, it's all good. It is all good. So never said you were angry. What are you talking about then? Then how is it the same energy? Please
They literally put it in there. They said that you sat here, talked about the fat discount that PlayStation 5 got over Black Friday, but whenever it comes to the sales of the Switch 2, you don't sit here and ever bring up the fact about that fat discount or the fat cheaper unit difference in price. How much more clearer could the guy have been? You must have like a comprehension problem or something.
Explain to me. You're saying that I never said the same thing with Sony. I never did this. I never said you were angry. That was the whole point. So I want to know, what is your point? Your point is from a biased standpoint, but me giving an analysis of.
Oh, Venom Gamer just literally did another one that said, but just run away like you always do. Oh, I love this troll. I really do.
It did better because of it was with the holiday discount. Everybody gave that same analysis. Everybody said PS5 did a lot better the holiday because they had a discount, and it was.
That's irrelevant. Doesn't matter if everybody said it. Okay, did everybody sit here and say that the PS5 got a fat discount, but didn't sit there and mention on how cheaper the Switch 2 unit is in Japan?
It was a good discount, so more people picked up the PS5. Every PlayStation fans had that analysis. Colin Moriarty had that analysis. Xbox people had that analysis. Everybody had that analysis that I had. So what is your issue with me saying that? What I want to know what your issues when
I'm assuming that the issue is because you didn't hold Nintendo to the same standard. You didn't sit here and talk about the aggressive price difference.
other PlayStation fans, other people, and analysts had that.
Again, this is all this is deflecting. Oh, he literally sat here and just dropped another one saying the economics of Japan are irrelevant. I mean, that's true.
Matt Piscatella, everybody had that same analysis. So what's the problem? What's the issue with me saying that when other people said the same thing?
My God, this is irrelevant. All this is deflecting. Can you stop deflecting for once? Literally, someone just said, Steve something said, bro got a username like it's 1997. So edge, so cool, Venom. There you go. That's true.
What's your issue with me saying that? Let's see. Even if you're a fanboy, doesn't change the facts. Yeah. Venom is a perfect name, poisoning the comment section with BS. Yeah, like I said, it's okay. I mean, I think at this point we've definitively proved that he has no idea what he's talking about.
I mean, I think he proved that you didn't know what you were talking about. You're the one that got triggered over it, and he was calling you out like crazy.
If you have the same energy, you would mention why the sales are so good in Japan because the price cut. It doesn't have a price cut. That was the price from the beginning.
Doesn't matter. It's still a cheaper unit. Okay. Do you not understand?
Different places have different prices. That was the price from the beginning. So there was no price cut.
Yes. The original one is $450. They cut the price to give them a cheaper unit. Literally did.
In Japan. That was the price of the Japan. It's not a multi-language model.
Doesn't matter. Whether it's multi-language or it's region locked, it's completely irrelevant. It's the same console. Same hardware, same specs. There's nothing different about it.
It's a Japanese.
It's not cheaper to make. It's literally less software. That's all. Technically, my guess is they probably embedded a software that only allows it to be in Japan. But I guarantee you that Nintendo could probably bypass that somehow and turn it into a multi-language one.
Only model. So there is no price cut. That's the price.
There is. The standard price is $450. They cut the price down to $320 to give to Japan. That's literally what they did
from the beginning. So no. That there is no price cut. So
yes, there is.
So that was the
I'll be saying that all you're doing is deflecting. Very true.
Price from the very beginning. So
oh, trust me, he gets even more triggered. I promise you.
That was the price from the beginning.
I mean, all this laughing is him just coping. It's literally because he's suffering from cognitive dissonance.
Says, can we not use the disability to clown people? It's wrong to educate him.
Exactly. Someone just sat here and called his ass out for it.
I'm saying that he has a slowness in his brain that's causing him to act a certain way. I'll say that again. There is definitely a slowness in his brain that's acting him to cause a certain way.
Oh, Venom Gamer. No, you proved you don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you're qualified to be talking about this one. Oh my God, Player S is going to get triggered.
So that's what's causing him to act up like he's doing right now. But it's fun. We don't really.
I mean, they haven't acted up. You're the one that's been attacking this person the whole time.
We have a ton to talk about today, so I don't mind entertaining him for a little bit. I think it's funny, to be honest. It doesn't matter. It's still a cheaper unit. Okay, and that's great.
Oh, he completely skipped over saying, no, you proved you don't know what you're talking about. He completely skipped over that one. And it's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Still a cheaper unit. Still true. The standard price was $450. They cut the price and gave him a cheaper unit. Plain and simple.
It could have helped. Absolutely, it could have.
It's not it could have. It did help. That's just fact.
Could have helped. But I don't know if that's the only reason.
I guarantee you, if someone here would have sat here and said, oh no, the PS5, the discount could have helped, but we don't know for certain if it would have still sold or not.
Definitively say that's the only reason why it's doing so well when
that's the factual reason.
Switch 1 did really well and Nintendo's games really sell really well. Nintendo's been doing well in Japan for a long time with portable units or high.
Well, my guess is, if I had to take a wild guess, I'm going to assume that this is not the first time they've gotten cheaper units and the games were cheaper, if I have to make a guess.
Hybrid units. So I can't say definitively that's the reason why it's doing well. I don't.
No, you can. You can.
I don't know what you want me to say, but I'm not going to sit there and say the only reason why it's doing well is this. What do you want me to say on?
Oh, the person just sat there and said, "You're the one that had a mental breakdown, so there must be something wrong with you." Oh my God, that's good.
On that one, I don't know. That was the price that they had from the very beginning, so it was going to do well regardless. So
No, if it could have done well at the 450, then they would have put it at 450, but they didn't.
how much worse would it have done? Do we know? There's no measure for me to say that how well it would have done or not. That's the price that we had from the beginning. Japan is a different economy. The yen is very weak.
That's completely irrelevant. You keep bringing up the economics, the yen. That would make sense if every country was like that. If they literally price the Switch 2 accordingly to every country, but they don't.
Average salary is weaker in Japan compared to other countries. So the average money that people have to spend on games and stuff is different. Everything's different in Japan. So yeah, I don't know what you want me to say, man. Let's see. It did help. Let's see.
Oh, he completely skipped over the one about the mental breakdown again. But Venom Gamer did say it did help. Let's use some common sense.
Use some common sense. Okay. And that's fine. I think I've had videos where I said that the fact that they have a language only model that's a difference in price definitely is good for that, considering the economy and the weak yen. I think I've had a video saying that as well.
No, I don't recall any video you ever putting out. Now, I'm pretty positive someone pressed you. You probably have said, oh, it is good for them because of their economy, probably, but that's completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
Which I don't think you've watched. So
I mean, I would love to see this video. I've been covering you for almost 9 months now. I have yet to see this video.
know what you want me to say. And once again, that's not the same energy. There's nothing scathing about that. I didn't write anything scathing, so I don't know.
I mean, the person never dropped a comment about you being scathing. You're just projecting at this point because you've lost.
Why you're comparing it to Jez. It all goes back to what Jez said, right? Why are you saying that I don't have the same energy as Jez had when there was nothing like
I mean, the person literally just said, you don't keep the same energy either, gave the reasoning behind it, but you're trying to do whatever you can do to try to make it seem like you're intelligent when you're clearly not.
that? I didn't write anything scathing about PS5, so you don't have any point. I don't know why. We've been going on this for like, what, 10 minutes now? 15 minutes? You still don't have a point. Like, you still really have no point. Many countries' economies are not good and still have to pay full price. The price, like I said, I don't know all the prices and all the different economies.
Well, I do know some of the prices, but if you go, I like to use China and Vietnam as an example because that's where they're made. And literally, China, the economy is worse. Their money is worse than Japan. What they make as a national annual income is less in a year than what Japan makes, and they still have to pay. If you're in Hong Kong and you want to get one in Hong Kong, it's $446. In Vietnam, it's over $450 for their unit, and they're made there.
Economies in terms of how they do things and what that translates out to, and the trade routes.
This is all, well, trade routes. If you sit here in tariffs, if you go to Vietnam and you go to China, there is none. There is no tariffs. If you sell those units that were made in Vietnam, there's no tariffs. The trade routes way less than Japan. Now you're just deflecting.
Tariffs can also affect that as well too. The PS5 isn't the same
There is no tariffs in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a free market, no tariffs.
price in every single region. The Switch 1 isn't the same price in every single region.
I mean, you guys aren't talking about the Switch 1. You guys are talking about the Switch 2. Now you're just bringing up stuff that had nothing to do with it.
As well, Switch 1 is more expensive here than it is in Japan, or that it is in.
Yeah, but if the last time I checked, it's a very small difference. We're not talking about a massive gap like the Switch 2 is.
Other countries. So yeah, other prices are affected too in terms of tariffs and other things. So Switch 1 is not the same price in every single region as well. So yeah, once again, you have no point. No, you didn't make any points.
Venom Gamer said, keep deflecting. I have made plenty of points. There's a reason why he's not reading off the full thing, because he's looking bad right now. And I think he knows it.
Actually, you made 0 points, Venom Gamer. You made 0 points. But I will say this. Here's what I will say. If you feel that strongly about it, we have a debate show coming up. If you feel super strongly about it, we have a debate show coming up. And if you
I mean, my guy, you don't got to keep repeating yourself. I know that he broke your brain this bad, but come on, my guy, let's settle down before you try to challenge people.
you want to come through and get on the voice chat and debate in that type of way, we're going to do it. So hold all your points till then, and let's see if you can do the same thing actually speaking about it. So hold your thoughts, okay? That's right. You don't know, only
Oh man, Venom Gamer just literally said, that's right, you don't know. Only Japan gets that big of a price cut, which is very true.
Japan gets big price cuts. Well, like I said before, the Switch 1, there was no price cut for the Switch 2.
There is a price cut. The standard is $450. They gave them the same unit that can only be in one language at $320.
That's the price that it was for the Japanese only language model. And once again, Switch 1 also has different prices in different regions.
It's not that big of a difference though. That's what you're negating to tell people. And you guys are, and currently the Switch 1 doesn't matter anymore. It's about the Switch 2
as well. Like the price for the Switch 1 is higher here than it is in other countries because of tariffs and because of other things. So they did increase the price of the Switch 1 here in the US, but in other countries it's not. So
yes, congratulations. That still has nothing to do with what you guys are talking about.
there's no reason to call in. This has been embarrassing for you. And
oh my God, this is hilarious. Venom Gamer just said, there is no reason to call in. This has been embarrassing for you, and this isn't even me cooking. Oh, that's the best comeback ever.
This isn't even me cooking. My man, you're cooking some dookie soup. If you
Dookie soup.
You've been embarrassing me. Literally, nobody here agrees with you.
Oh, trust me, plenty of people over here agree with him.
Like nobody would agree with you otherwise. You have not been cooking. You've been cooking some dookie soup. But hey, it's all good. You can pump yourself up as a blank avatar. That's hilarious.
I mean, a blank avatar has nothing to do with it. I mean, whether he has an avatar on there, I'm assuming he's talking about the profile picture, it means absolutely nothing. The guy literally said, there is no reason to call in. Why would that person call in when they completely embarrassed you already? And they didn't even really embarrass you. You embarrassed yourself.
But you're not going to call in because you're scared. That's the reason why you're not going to call in. You have the fake bravado of like a 5-year-old trying to step up to like like their big brother or something like
My guy, there's nothing big about you. You literally have little man syndrome.
that. But yeah, you wouldn't call in because you're scared, and it's okay. You don't have to call in. But good stuff with the cooking. Good stuff with the.
I mean, the person didn't even say that they cooked you. They said this isn't even them cooking. You just don't know how to read.
Cooking. If you were cooking though, you would call in and you would bring all these points. But we all know how you are. I think at this point you're just I wouldn't even say sophisticated. I think you're an interesting troll.
I mean, if we're being honest, have we ever seen Player Essence call somebody an actual interesting troll?
I think you're an interesting troll. How about that? More like what this man's cooking some doo-doo soup. Oh my God, the price! You didn't mention the price cut. There is no price cut. It doesn't matter that there's.
I mean, I don't remember them saying it doesn't matter.
You're the type of person that gets held back and brags about it in school. Like,
see, I mean, literally this whole time he has attacked this troll this whole damn time. The troll never attacked him once. That's the funny part.
them brags about being bigger and older than everybody in class. You're the type of person that gets held back and be like, "Yo, I'm the big dog in here." You're the type of person that gets a C on a test and talks about how I passed.
Oh, Venom Gamer just said you would just run away like you did before. That's funny.
You're the type of person that solves a crossword puzzle and pat yourself on the back. You're the type of person who thinks that they're smart when you play brain training. You know, brain.
Okay, we get it, my guy. You have to keep attacking someone because you can't even beat them logically. That's the funny part. That person literally exposed you for a fraud. That's the funny thing.
Brain age. Let's see here. More like cooking nothing burger. Scores for sauce. Yeah, he didn't really have much, bro. You have the same energy with scathing energy, just like Jez. What did I say? Scathing
They never said that. Now you're just projecting again.
at the PlayStation. Nothing. I didn't say you said anything angry. I didn't say you were angry. What? That was the whole point. The whole point was that.
No, the point was when they sat here in the comments said you don't keep the same energy. Then you asked how, and they literally explained how. Not my fault that you're too stupid to realize it.
And I was angry like Jez is scathing about Nintendo. You don't have the same energy. What energy? What? Because you think that I didn't give energy about a price cut? Everybody had the same analysis that I had when it came to PS5 and with the
Completely irrelevant.
sales. Literally everybody had the same analysis, but it's a problem for me. But when I say it, it's a problem. Everybody else can say it and it's just fine. But if I say, oh, PS5 did really good because of the discounts, it helped it do really good, it's a problem. I'm biased and I'm this and I'm that. Literally everybody had the
You are biased. Literally, I've proven it. That guy's proven it.
same analysis. but it's a problem when I say it. I don't. There wasn't any of the same energy. There was no.
Venom Gamers, because he doesn't want to read out the whole thing, I'm guessing. I was just saying that you don't keep the same energy, keep deflecting like you always do. And if I call in, you will just run away like you did before. That's very true.
There was nothing. I never said anything scathing. So the energy of scathing was not there, Venom. Their energy was scathing was not there. So, you don't keep the same energy. I wasn't angry. There was no scathing energy. What are you talking about?
The person never said you were angry. Do you not know how to read or comprehend anything?
So yeah, like it's okay, man. It's okay. You got held back. It's fine. Let's see. There was no scathing energy in the first place, so I don't know why you're saying I don't keep the same energy. What energy? I never had any negative energy for the PS5 and its sales and how it did. There was no negative energy to begin with. So yeah. And if I call, you'll just run away like you did before. Come prove it. Come prove it. I'm down for you to come prove it.
Oh, Venom Gamer just dropped another one saying, I notice you're ignoring the rest of what I said. Keep being a coward.
But it's okay, man. I think you're feeling a little bit embarrassed today because I said that you got held back. So that you.
I mean, never once the person ever attacked you. So I don't see how you can say they feel embarrassed. You're the one that has to attack the person because you couldn't combat them with actual logic and facts.
Pat yourself on the back for completing crossword puzzles. So I can see why maybe you're a little bit salty. You're a little bit. You have a little bit of venom, you know? Because I kind of lent into you a little bit because you're being a complete weirdo. But it's okay. You have the same energy. You have the same energy. You don't bring the same energy. No, I don't. I said everything was fine. All I said was that it did good over the holiday. You didn't bring up the Nintendo Switch 2.
You don't. You don't ever bring up the price difference. And then you try to move the goalposts every damn time.
Price cut there. There was no price cut. I don't care. It's the same. It's the same thing. No, it's not. One's a holiday sale, and I didn't even say that it wouldn't do good without a price cut. I didn't say that. There is no relation.
Oh, Venom Gamer just said, I'm not the one that is salty. I mean, true. I have not read a single comment that they have dropped that made me think that they were salty.
There's no relation to me saying that the sales did good for the PS5. The PS5 would have sold good even without a price cut. It would have sold good. It would have sold good without it. I just said that it did extra good because the price cut helped it do extra good, but it probably would have sold well without a price cut. Probably would have did decent and did okay without it too. PS5 sells pretty good over the holidays. It always sells good for the most part. So, yeah. And I said that many times.
I don't think you did. I think you're just projecting at this point. I don't remember if you did.
I'm not the one. You sound a bit salty and you're scared. You're scared to come on and talk.
I mean, I don't see how you could think. Am I wrong? Did any of the comments make it seem like the person was salty?
On here. I'm not going to run. Feel free to come through. I'm right here. Let's see here. You're definitely salty though. You're definitely upset and salty because
usually when someone is upset and they got to keep saying, oh no, now you're just gaslighting the person.
Once again, you have no actual point. I never said that the PS5 wouldn't do good without sales. I never said that.
Oh, Venom Gamer said it is the same thing. This is you just damage controlling for Nintendo. Very true.
There's no video of me saying that the PS5 wouldn't do good if it didn't have sales. I just said it did extra good, obviously.
I don't recall there being a comment where that person said that you said that. So now you're just definitely projecting. At this point, just take the L already. You are literally digging yourself a deeper and deeper hole.
But I never said that it wouldn't do good without it. So there is no comparison to Switch 2. There is no comparison. I never said that it wouldn't do as good. I never said I wasn't salty. Now, here's the thing that I would say that, because I like this topic because I think it's fun. Here's the thing. If I said, you would have a point, Venom. Here's why your logic sucks. Why it's a bad thing. Here's why your
okay, let's hear it. Go on. I will allow it. Continue.
Logic is bad. If I said the only reason why PS5 did good over the holiday because of the price drop, and the only reason why it's going to do well because it's not doing it like the prices and all that, then you'd have a point. Because then you can say, oh, well, Nintendo has a cheaper price point and
they never said that, though. That's the thing. Never once in their comments did they say that you said the only reason why it's did well. You literally said that it sold well because of the price cut. You literally have said that. You never said that it only sold well. So that's not even their logic. They never once even commented. That is literally you projecting because you're losing so badly.
whatever, but I never said that. So there's no comparison. I never said that at all. I gave the same analysis everybody else gave.
Again, that's completely irrelevant.
So that'd be the only thing. Oh, you're a sock account for DBZ Nation. I think you're a sock for DBZ Nation. You're that same guy. Or are you I ran away from him? No, he was a clout chaser.
No, you did run away from him. And you know, DBZ Nation said this is not him, that this is not a sock account or anything. This is not him. That's the funny part.
All he wanted to do was to get on here to promote his own thing, and he didn't have anything. He sent me an email, and the email that he sent me was, I want to debate you on console wars.
No, that email did not say that. You literally read the email or some of the questions off on your live stream. Okay, the first one said, I want to debate, well, I guess it could be considered console war, but he said he wanted to debate PlayStation versus Nintendo. You said no. You told him to send you back another email, and he said, okay, I will send you another email. He said he wanted to debate the price of Mario Kart World. He wanted to debate other things that I can't exactly remember. So no, it was not all console warring. You're full of shit. You're being heavily disingenuous. That's why you took the stream down.
What he wanted to debate on, about sales and console wars. I said, I'm not going to debate on console.
I mean, you always said that you want to debate people when it came to sales, so you just said he wanted to debate on sales.
Wars, you're an idiot. And that's the reason why I didn't debate him, because he's a complete moron. And he wanted to debate console war sales. I'm not going to debate console war sales. That's stupid. So that's the reason why. But I'm thinking, are you a sock account for him or anything? But yeah, that DBZ Nation guy is a complete idiot. He sent me an email.
If he was an idiot, why didn't you sit there and debate him? Come on, it should have been an easy win if you actually thought that. There's a reason why you ran away and hid. Oh, Venom Gamer just said, you're always clout chasing. Very true. You are always clout chasing. You know, you're complaining about DBZ Nation clout chasing. Guess what? You have no clout to chase. Let's be honest. Stop the cap. You don't have the clout anymore. You haven't had the clout since, I mean, you had a little bit of clout when I debated you, but you don't have no clout. None at all. That's why you're clout chasing on attending.
His email was, let's debate console wars. And I'm like, I'm not debating console wars, you moron. So
then you should have picked the topics. You're the one that challenged him.
So yeah.
And now I think he's realizing that he's losing.
But yeah, I think it's time for you to just, I think at this point, we gotten to the point where it's gotten a little bit, you're definitely upset because now you're just saying I'm running from somebody who wanted to debate console wars. So I think it's just time for a little timeout, man.
Nah, I'm not getting the gist that they're upset. You're the one that, see, the funny thing is, how many times have we heard him say, you know what, if we're going to continue this debate, I need you to drop a super doll or a super chat. You know, we have always seen him. He doesn't even do that. He goes immediately to saying, oh, I'm going to time you out, because he knows that he lost. He knows that he got completely obliterated.
I think it's time for you to just relax for a bit. I've been on you for like, what, 20 minutes now? Like I said, we don't have much to talk about, so it's entertaining for the stream, but we're going to go ahead and give it a break. We're going to go ahead and give you a break, man. About 30 minutes. If you're still here, that's fine. We're going to give you about a 30-minute timeout, man. Venom, just take a little timeout at this point. I think you're just, at this point, you're upset. You're salty, and you're a little upset about what's going on because you're bringing up somebody that's apparently you have nothing to do.
I mean, it's factual. He just brought up facts. You challenged him to a debate, and he's like, why? You ran away before?
Do with, and you're saying you ran from him. We're talking about you. Why are you talking about another man? That's sus.
He's just bringing up a fact that you ran away and hid. I get it, man. You're angry that you lost. You're angry you got embarrassed. And trust me, he goes on for a while about this situation, but I'm not going to react to the whole thing because we just don't have the time. Because now we got good old Harmon Smith coming up next, but that's it. Come on, guys. Can we get some W's in the chat for Venom? I think that he completely exposed them. And the thing was, I don't even think he really cooked them per se. I think Player Essence just made himself look so damn stupid to the point where he ended up getting cooked. But let's read off some of these messages. All righty. How can you stand this guy, ABS? Oh, Draconis, I enjoy exposing him. Brandon the Broker is what happens when country. Okay, come on, Brandon, be nice. This dude be acting like a little kid when he get excited. Very true. He got so triggered he couldn't believe someone said that. Very true, Vetbulls Exel. Man, Player Essence said difference of opinion was fine. So I went into his stream and said Switch 2 sucks. I was threatened with removal, nearly banned by his mods, and called a sock. They hate opinions. Very true. This proves that some of the people who watch him think he's annoying. True. It's crazy how he has over 100K subscribers, but only gets 3Ks in his videos. That's true. Even though his last video did get more because he was grifting. That's the reason why. Which is why he constantly changes topics to talk about. Very true. Keep on blabbering, Player Essence. Very true. Player Essence got so triggered, I think his brain stopped working for a bit, and he is taking so long to come up with a response. True. You research more than we do. What a load of crap. Facts. Being on the internet more than anyone else is not a flex. He think it is true. Shout out to DBZ Nation. Yep, shout out. He's so offensive. Yes, he is. Gameplay with Joe. Baby man energy. Exactly. Oh, he is so triggered. Exactly. He's so angry now. Very true. Salt. Yep. Oh, he big mad now. Exactly. OJ is too easy to trigger. Yes, he is. Not even a keyboard warrior can type that fast. Exactly. He's just being unrealistic. Where did he get that from? I don't know. He don't want people to look up proof. Exactly. And embarrasses him on his stream. I know, right? You can't put links in the chat unless you're a mod. OJ should know this. That's true. Actually, I didn't even know that was true. This man is a moron. Yes, he is. Player Essence, what are you blabbering? Oh, that is a complete and utter BS. Essence of trash. True. He jumps in his chair every time he throws a tantrum like a kid. Yes, he does. Mental disability, like you, Essence of trash. You are even acting like a drunk clown ranting on how his act was complete failures. Exactly. Emotional damage. I can't do it. I wouldn't want to have Player Essence brain. No one would. Emotional damage and damage to his weak, pathetic ego. Exactly. I was thinking the same emotional damage from D1. Do love D&D memes. Yes, we do. I will send you the failure essence of trash. There you go. This is the most fun I've had in a live stream in a long time. That is to everyone. Yes, it is. Thank you. I'm glad you're having fun. He always acts the same way during debates. He gets so triggered and cut people off who's saying something about his husband Nintendo. Exactly. Yep. Yikes. Quit acting like a toddler and learn how to take criticism, Essence. No wonder you are acting like that because of your precious ego getting hurt by random trolls. Exactly. Angry Vigilante, is that you? No, that was not me. You know, I should have done that, but no, that was not me. All that salt, not good for body play. Exactly. Dumb people tend to get angry when called out. Yep, or dumb people, yes. He does remind me of Nicolas Morado, the Venezuela dictator. Oh, okay. Notice how he still won't mention Switch 2 Japanese prices. I know, right? Oh, common sense. I don't have that. No, he does not. Oh, I love this video. So do I. Venom Gamers on a roll. Yes, they are. I'm sorry. What? The US economy sucks right now. Can we get a price cut? Exactly. You know, our money doesn't go as far as it was back in the 80s. It hasn't recovered yet. Hyper Star Cage, $50. Yep. Literally, the Nintendo Switch 2 games in Japan are $50 while we're paying $70. Are you kidding me? Right? Nope. I actually have mental disability and I'm still a functioning human being. There you go. He's so mad. Yes, he is. No gotchas for you, Player Essence. Nope. Whining and crying over a troll, roasting him in the comment section and telling him like it is. Essence of toilets, you are nothing more than a Nintendo glazer and a corporate bootlicker. True. He's running. Yes, he is. That's BS. Exactly. I agree. So Essence of trash, why didn't you show up for the debate? Oh, that is right. You are just scared and worried about your ego getting destroyed to the point you start crying and begging to stop. True. Sorry, I meant to say he being disrespectful by saying people have mental disabilities because they don't agree with him. True. I have never seen a fanboy that is so protective of his ego other than Essence of trash. And as for his enablers, they just want to watch him throw a temper tantrum over a plastic box. Exactly. You are angry. You were sitting down and talking about the sales of the Switch 2, and the reason why is because of the price cut. Stupid Essence of trash is running high like you always do. Exactly. Yep. All Switch 2 games, if I get them, are going to be used. Yep. That's why my next video is coming out tomorrow. You'll see. Just get the Switch 2s from Gamefly. Exactly. Trigger times 9,000. Allergic to accountability. Yes, he is. Player essence getting combed. Yep. Or comboed. Yep. Dude, it's cheaper to get a Switch 2 in Japan than the rest of the world. Facts. You have no idea what you're talking about, Essence. Get to the point or shut up and go back to hiding from criticism. Exactly. Player Essence just loves hearing himself talk. Yes, he does. He laughing like I would when I'm getting defenseless or defensive. Exactly. I know this tactic. Oh, better believe it. Brand the broker. Dude getting mad at himself is the best part. Yes, it is. Venom is on fire with this guy. Yes, he is. You can dodge the fleck, but you want to stand tall. Very true. China and Vietnam is where your glorified toddler tablets are being created, and guess what? Their economy is bad. Do some research in Nintendo bootlicker essence. Exactly. Player essence just give up at this point. Exactly. He kept digging himself a deeper and deeper hole, and this man wants to literally do a debate show. That's not going to go well for him. Oh. Venom Gamer destroyed you, essence of toilets. Keep on coping with that emotional damage, ruining your stream and bravado ego. Exactly. Bruh. Venom Gaming is having my vote. Very true. Big baby syndrome. Yep. Dookie soup. What are you? Fucking 7 essence of trash. This is something my little nephew would say, and he is more mature and smart than you will ever be. You're embarrassing yourself. Keep going. It's funny. I know, right? The thing was, if you actually read the comment, he didn't say that he was cooking them. He said that this wasn't even him cooking yet. That's the funny part. That laugh, co-partner. How does this guy get a spot on the Spawncast is beyond me. I don't know. You know, controversy, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. He's sounding like a madman there. Oh, he is. Look at those insults Essence of Trash is doing. His ego is really getting messed up and destroyed by Venom Gaming. How pathetic Essence of Trash just got exposed in an embarrassing way. Very true. His projector might be broken. It might. My issue is that these people are so mentally stunted that they can't bother to think about basic logic and critical thinking. I don't know what's worse, Nintendo fanboys or Disney adults. That's a very good question. Looks like the insanity is kicking in. Player Essence is making those stupid, dumb circus freak sounds, trying to be funny when in actuality, it's making him sound more like a Temu version of Bozo the Clown on meth. True. He has no brain power left to comprehend anything logical. Facts. Have you seen the Robot Master competition? Because I'd entered there. Yep. LOL, Cope Lab. Yep. It's almost like he's losing it towards himself. That's the part that's funny is he did. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Wash your face with dirty water. Keep acting stupid. Player Essence. Exactly. Player Essence dropping dad jokes. Yep. Hey, Lisa, can you pause the video at the moment where PE's brain snapped in half? I know, right? By golly, the dad jokes Player Essence is making are just so stupid, cringe, and lame. That's the only thing he can think of. His brain is that broken. Also, those rejected clown noises he make are not helping him at all. No, they are not. Not at all. No more like basically did the information while he didn't do anything wrong. Exactly. Because gaming should be affordable. It's not meant to be an expensive luxury. Exactly. And he banned DBZ Nation. I'm surprised he remembers him. I'm surprised too. Says the guy you challenged attending daily. Exactly. Oh, poor Essence of Trash. Did you piss your Pokemon panties in fear because Venom Gaming destroyed you, roasted, and exposed you for a coward you are? Exactly. He doesn't want to debate because he doesn't have any good talking points. No, he doesn't. Then debate instead of hiding in fear, Essence of Trash. Stop the bull. Exactly. And there you go. Player Essence confirms he declines the debate. Yep. Player Essence is a coward. Yes, he is. Essence of Trash is too nice for him. Even trash is useful. True. Player Essence is a coward. Yes, he is. Timing someone out because you lost. I know, right? Usually he wants them to drop a super chat, but this time he didn't even ask that. That's how bad he was. No, Essence of Trash. If anything, you're the one who needs a timeout. Exactly. Yep, W Venom Gaming W. I'm so glad I smoked before to throw these videos with you, Vigilante. This is unbelievable. There you go. Yeah, he deserves the trophy there. Oh, yes, the Nintendo cockroach. If you're going to debate, then have it all planned out with topic and discussion points, not duck all of it all of a sudden. Exactly. Player Essence was one guide. Player Essence was one guy. I don't understand. Why does Harmon look like the hardest job he's ever had is wiping himself? Probably because it is. LOL, Microsoft customer service absolutely sucks. True. I had to call my computer manufacturer and he was able to figure out issues with my Windows 11 that Microsoft couldn't figure out. Oh, I bet. Oh, Desire ripped Harmon a new one in his latest video. Yes, he did. Got a new PC and definitely earned that price. Made a couple small changes and now it's working like clock. There you go. Hey, Angry. I have had a console for 2 years. I have been mainly PC, but I got gifted a PS2 for Christmas. There you go. One time when I was a fan of him, Player Essence banned me for not playing Chrono Trigger. I can believe that. What's up there, Dustin Nunn? Oh, Switch After Dark. Been a morning. What did I miss? You completely, I'm not kidding you, Switch After Dark. In the latest video, before the one you see of Harmon, I was reacting to Player Essence, and there was this troll that jumped in his live stream and literally completely obliterated Player Essence, backed him into a corner, and Player Essence was just throwing insult after insult because he was losing. It was the funniest thing ever. But let's get into good old Harmon.
It's kind of interesting seeing PC players talk about Switch 2 because a lot of these guys are just in complete denial about what's happening right now. Like, they genuinely think that Mario Kart World is dead. They genuinely
I mean, it was dead before the update. It might not be that dead now, but before that update, it was dying.
think that Donkey Kong Bonanza didn't move many units. They're still trying to tell you that the Switch 2 has failed sales-wise. It's kind of...
I mean, I still would love to see these things where they say that the Switch 2 is failing. I really do. With some proper context, Harmon. Where are all these videos that say that the Switch 2 failed? Because literally the sales say differently. And my God, that angle, man, that forehead is not very flattering.
amusing. It's adorable, honestly, just how desperate they are to keep up the farce. But obviously this is all going to fall apart this year with the announcement of the next Nintendo Direct and the next wave of Nintendo Switch 2 games, and like just the endless coping and seething from the community. Eventually, people are going to realize that the PC Master Race are completely delusional and not to listen.
Man, he is just going on a roll with the PC community. Oh, he's definitely going to get it from Alex. Just you wait.
To them, because we've been saying this for a long time. Like, everything they say is completely and totally wrong. When it comes to the narrative that they can just pirate Nintendo Switch 2 games, that the Nintendo Switch 2 games aren't good, that the hardware isn't good, that it's too expensive. They are complaining about a $450 piece of hardware.
Really? There's Switch After Dark? Attendee put out a video literally saying that in the thumbnail recently. Let me see. I gotta see this. Did he really? All right, Attendee. The lack of major game has slowed momentum for the Switch 2. Okay. Blame the economy. Okay. Dwindling. More Nintendo Switch 2 failures dwindling. I wouldn't say that's okay. Failing console. Nintendo Switch 2 sales collapse. I mean, the Switch 2 sales are collapsing. If you look at how bad it's doing here in America and the UK and France, I would say that it is. But I don't think he's actually saying that the entire thing has completely failed. He acknowledges that it's sold well already.
When the average PC costs like 5 times that much, right? And the prices are going up.
Okay. The average PC does not cost over $2,000, Harmon. Stop the cap. There have been many people that say that you can build one at $750 at a PS5 Pro level. Stop the cap.
They can cope and seethe about it all they want, but the reality is PC is more expensive than console. If you pay for
Yes, we understand it is more expensive. There are reasons for it. Guess what? When people want to build a PC, they don't get to buy those parts for as cheap as Nintendo or as cheap as PlayStation or Xbox or Steam. They have to actually pay full price for the parts. They don't get a deal. So yes, it's going to be expensive or more expensive.
$800 PC, you're going to get something that is not on par with more affordable gaming hardware. If you're going to have a more powerful PC, you're going to have to shell out for it. And that is why.
Not as much as you think. That's the funny part. It is not as expensive as you're trying to make it out to be.
Why gaming PCs are never, ever going to be viable with consoles, and why you constantly see the Steam store just flooded with ports of console games is that it's not
I mean, most of the games you see on the Steam store are third party. So are you trying to say all third party games are console games? Come on, Harmon. You're better than that.
A viable ecosystem. And like anybody who knows anything about the industry will tell you this, you know, like I've been saying that like the PC industry like died around like 2000, you know, like that's the last time we saw like any real like relevant wave of like PC exclusives. Like they don't even do like boxed PC games anymore, right? You just download them onto your system.
They're perfectly fine with digital. Now, if someone wants to say, hey, I don't like PC gaming because there's no physical, you got a point there. I'm not going to deny that one.
Like, you know, Steam is the only way to get PC games now. So like when you take that into consideration,
Harmon, there is GOG and there is Epic. Steam is not the only way to get PC games. They are the most popular way, but not the only way.
when you look at like, you know, just the decline of PC and just how it wasn't relevant at all,
That's not relevant.
and the copes that people come up with to try and justify this platform, like everything they say is a complete lie. You know, the idea that PC is more affordable than consoles, if you just...
Okay, I've never actually heard them say it's more affordable unless we're talking about the PS5 Pro. That is the only time I've really ever heard them say it's more affordable. But I don't think I've ever heard them say you could build a PC more affordable than a Switch 2 or a PS5. That I've never heard them say, Harmon.
You know, scrounge for PC parts and you pirate everything. Yeah, it's more... Yeah, like, oh, it's more affordable if you just steal the PC. Like,
Steal? What do you mean he steal? What are you talking about?
you know, you see people like talking about how the games are better or that they're uncensored, which is like, you know, a complete cope.
Are they uncensored? I mean, some are uncensored. Yeah, that's true.
And, you know, alternatively, and we're seeing this more and more, they keep complaining about Nintendo stereotypes that are not and never have been true.
What are the stereotypes? Can you please explain, Harmon? You're making so many claims, but with no proof to back it up.
You know, traditionally this was like, you know, this was things like, say, you know, the games are for children and that they're censored. And
Some are for children. Yoshi's Crafted World, that's a children's game. DK versus Mario, that's a children's game.
that there's nothing for me, an adult gamer, to play. You know, all of which is like a complete cope. Like, and I've been talking about all that for years, but like with the Switch 2, very specifically, we're seeing more and more signs that like a lot of classic Nintendo copes are all falling apart. You know, today, honestly, you know, I saw some PC gamer do this thing like, when you buy a game on PC, you get to keep it forever. Like, first of all, that's not true.
To my knowledge, I don't think on Steam, if you bought a game, have they ever taken them away? Except for those live service ones? I've heard the live service ones.
You know, companies can revoke your license to play games.
Well, that's the same thing with Nintendo. Then the same thing with anybody.
Whenever they want on PC. You see this with like, you know, Ubisoft.
That ain't no different. That's no different than consoles then. Okay, they can revoke them on the consoles too.
Revoking like Assassin's Creed to sell bundles all the time. Like, that's not true.
I've never heard of Assassin's Creed getting revoked. This is new to me.
First of all, but second of all, the idea that the Switch 2, okay, like, and this is something I've never seen anyone talk about before, but like, your digital games on Nintendo platforms are indeed tied to your Nintendo account. So when you buy a game,
And just like the games on Steam are tied to your Steam account. What's the point? What are you trying to make here?
digitally on Nintendo Switch, you know, if you, you know, you can carry that over to your other Nintendo consoles on that Nintendo account. So, like,
Yeah, no, you couldn't carry them over from the Wii or the Wii U or the 3DS, so that's not true. Who says that the one after the Switch 2 that they're not going to use an entirely different storefront? They could have continued on from the Wii and the Wii U. They chose not to.
I've been switching my games back and forth between like my Switch 1 and my Switch 2. And like, you know, people are like, have been playing games on like,
Yeah, from Switch 1 to Switch 2. There you go. How about from the Wii U and the Wii and the 3DS? How about those?
on like both of them. Like, that's the reality of it, is that Nintendo consoles are multi-generational now. You know, they are making the transition into going into the digital ecosystem, they are able to they have kept their eShop. They have tied everything to the Nintendo accounts. And
my God, wasn't there an eShop for the Wii U or the Wii? What's it called, the eShop back then? I don't know. But you can't continue on unless you have the console itself.
What that means is you no longer have to rebuy your games on new platforms. So that means something like, I don't know, like...
I mean, you don't have to do that with Steam either. If you buy the game on Steam, it's not like in like 10 years you're going to have to create another account and rebuy it. No.
Mario Galaxy is just going to get like re-released on the eShop, and it's just going to stay on the eShop unless it gets delisted for some reason.
Same thing with Steam, Harmon. What is your point here? You are doing a very poor job of proving your point.
So you're going to have access to like all these NSO games. You're going to have access to all these old out-of-print releases. You know, you
don't buy the NSO games. You have to stream them. You got to pay a subscription. Same thing like with, Game Pass. No different.
Get like Fire Emblem Three Houses. You can get like Octopath Traveler. You can get like, I don't know, Trails of the Sky.
I mean, you can get those on PC too, if we're being honest.
Or whatever. Like you have like all these options on the eShop that released on Switch 1 but are also available on Switch 2. If you bought them on Switch 1, you can re-download them on Switch 2.
And if you bought the games 8 years ago on Steam, guess what? You can still play them now. Shocking.
And I think this is one of those things that just really puts a massive hole in the argument of PC gamers.
How? How does it put an argument? If you buy the game on Steam, unless it gets delisted, sometimes even after it gets delisted, you can still download and play it. Some, yes. But just like with Nintendo, if the game gets delisted, you can't play it anymore, or they can choose not to let you re-download it. Come on here, Harmon.
The entire narrative was that like, oh yeah, I pirated my games and put them on my hard drive so no company can take them from me. Like, that's not going to be a thing if Nintendo has their ecosystem, which is more obtainable, easier to use.
I mean, I think it's very obtainable to get the Switch 1 games on PC, just saying there, Harmon.
Completely legal, and just has that as a more viable competitor. Like that's going to be like...
I'm sorry, Harmon, that's not really a viable competitor. Okay.
The reality that PC gamers are going to have to face is that console manufacturers are at the point now where now that things are more digitized, they can start doing this thing where they can keep
Come on, Harmon, spit it out already. We ain't got all goddamn day.
They can more easily port games to other...
And shut the hell up, Siri. Can you control your damn thing or something, Harmon? Jesus Christ. Or could you at least edit it out or something?
Consoles. Honestly, without even putting any effort into them, honestly, with like the Switch 2. Like, it's fully backwards compatible with the Switch 1. So, it is remarkable, like, how so many PC gamers seriously continue to believe that Nintendo consoles, they
spit it the fuck out already, Harmon. Jesus Christ.
Rip you off, and that like you're gonna have to endlessly rebuy these games, and while simultaneously...
Who's saying that? I've never heard a PC gamer sit there and say, oh, if you bought a game for the Switch 1, you're gonna have to rebuy it for the Switch 2. No one is saying that. If you bought a game on the Wii or the Wii U and it's not on the Switch 1 or Switch 2, yes, you're gonna have to buy it. Well, if you bought it for the Wii and the Wii U, if you want to play it on the Switch 2 or the Switch, yes, you're gonna have to buy it.
Complaining about not being able to rebuy those games that they're talking about NSO, right? Like PC gamers are still like coping and seething, like they still do this thing where they complain about game prices, like that's another thing they do, is that they constantly say that Nintendo games never go on sale, and yet you can see
they don't go on sale. They do fake sales. Very rarely do they actually do a real sale, Harmon. Stop the cap.
Nintendo games going on sale.
Harmon, just because they take Mario Odyssey, which is over 8 years old, and drop it down $20 every once in a while, that is a fake sale. That game should already be discounted to that point anyways.
Like, what we're seeing is just this, the entire narrative regarding, like, Nintendo hate has been collapsing in real time for years. And,
how so? Please explain. Because all we ever hear, you and other people say, oh, people are doing Nintendo hate because it's profitable. So how can it be profitable and be collapsing. Can't be both. Has to be one or the other. Which one is it?
The PC Master Race just can't keep up. You know, they're still making videos about Power World in
They're not keeping up because they're surpassing. There's a difference.
2026. Like, when Nintendo's already won the lawsuit, where Power World's on the way out, like, when Pokepia is going to be a huge hit. Oh, yeah, they're denying that Pokepia is going to be a huge hit, by the way.
Yeah, it's not going to be. Hopefully, it's not going to be a huge hit. If it becomes a huge hit, I have lost all faith in the Nintendo community.
Like, they're doing everything they possibly can to downplay and ignore Nintendo, and it's just going to blow up in their faces in, like, a really spectacular way. Like, this is, I think, kind of the last stand for Nintendo hate. You know, the last stand of, like, just weird, terminally online, like, Nintendo haters who have been trained to hate them for, like, decades.
They were not trained. It was instilled in them through Nintendo. There's a difference, Harmon.
Like, they will not survive this console generation. Like,
I promise you, Harmon, PC game is going to survive well after. You do understand that even your games are made on a PC. They are not made on the Nintendo. They are made on a PC. They need PC to make games.
It's remarkable how we're at the point now where they keep hyping up absolute nonsense like Expedition 33 or Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring when, like, you know, Tears of the Kingdom by itself stomps all of that.
Yeah, pretty certain some of those games outsold Tears of the Kingdom, my guy.
It's kind of remarkable to see how badly Nintendo is destroying the competition right now, and like, I don't know how much longer the industry can deny it. Like, you know, at a certain point, you are going to see more, like, real Nintendo YouTubers speaking out against Nintendo hate, you know. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people, like, acting surprised that, like, oh, Arlo is, he's criticizing Nintendo. Nintendo's biggest fan is hating on the company. Now, Arlo...
Because he finally had a breaking point. What do you expect?
...is a fucking parasite. You know, he's a literal Muppet. You know...
You have no room to talk about anybody being a parasite there, Harmon.
I have never considered Arlo a Nintendo fan. You know, and, you know, it's things like that where...
I don't think anybody really would consider you one. I think you're a fanboy, but not really a fan.
Like, you just can't take these people seriously. Like, if they don't know, like, if they're really going to take people like Arlo seriously, it's just, yeah. They simply don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think they know a lot more than what you're talking about. And obviously, yep, we got one more Player Essence video, but that will be the last one, I promise you guys. Let's... Oh, wait. It's not letting me go back. Oh, wait, it is. All right, we got one from Switch After Dark. Oh, no, I already read that one. Switch After Dark, it's good to see you. Yes, it is. You can't go wrong with the PS2. It has some of the best games for a day. Yes, it does. Fun times. Oh, great. It's Hardman Smith, Nintendo Kiss Ass. You know it. PS2 is phenomenal, even by today's standards. It still holds up easy. Nintendo put out a video literally saying that in the thumbnail recently. I remember, or I swear to God, every time I see that Pikachu sex toy of his sitting next to him is just so sickening. Very true. That Pikachu looks traumatized. This guy clearly does not have a life outside of his Switch. No, he does not. His life revolves around Nintendo. Save that poor Pikachu. Yes, hashtag save the Pikachu. Me, I love Nintendo, but not today's Nintendo. I understand. If you adjust for population increase, the PS2, PSP gen, and the Wii and DS gen was likely never be surpassed. True. He also been doing things with a Bulbasaur too. Yes, he has. I made an excellent thumbnail on it. We pirate the Nintendo games to preserve them, make them better, and we own them. I'm going to pretend like I did not hear that. Whoever gave that Pikachu plush, I hope they are ready to pay dearly because they didn't know Harmon turned it into a... No, they did not. The price is the main issue, facts. Everything else from them being able to brick your system to nickel and diming you is just icing on the cake, facts. Angry, I just bought my PC for $700. There you go. Harmon thinks emulation is illegal. No, emulation is not illegal. Piracy is, but not emulation. But with PC, you don't have to upgrade as often as you do with consoles. I mean, that really depends on the console. I mean, because Nintendo's consoles usually last a long ass time, 8 to 10 years. It may be expensive, but in the end, it is worth it. Just buy the parts one at a time. There you go. Emulation is not illegal. No, it's not. We are sure Harmon and player lame ass aren't lovers. No, probably not. PC was cost. Oh, we are sure that they are lovers. I don't know what you're trying to say. PC was cost friendly until AI and Bitcoin bullshit killed the pricing. True. Points and laughs at Harmon. Yep. What up, Angry? What up there, Outsider Gaming Night? Oh, really? Pikachu butt humper. Is that true? You are just blabbering nothing but stupid nonsense while giving your daddy Nintendo the Glock 9000 on a daily basis. Harmon, you are coping. Emulation is king that keeps gaming alive, and to play games most people would never be able to play otherwise. True. Bro, your forehead is coping hard, so that tube top you call a shirt. True. Harmon stereotypes, exactly. PC can last longer than your average plastic console. Shut your mouth and go get your brain checked, you Pokemon plush molester. Yep. Okay, let's not go that far. PC has mod support unlike consoles. Yep. I cannot listen to this Hartman guy. He sounds like the biggest idiot when it comes to defending Nintendo. True. With the rise of DDR5 and SSD storage, PC gaming or PC building has become more expensive for current gen parts. However, if you are smart and aim for specific performance, you can do a solid build for under 1K. There you go. I'll vote for whatever. Oh, I'll vote for whoever liberates that poor Pikachu. Brandon, I don't think even Nintendo could convince him to leave that poor Pikachu alone. True. Liberate the Pikachu. Hashtag liberate the Pikachu. Harmon is an idiot because he is a Nintendo kiss ass. Today Nintendo sucks. True. You keep seeing games even if they are no longer in store. True. Have you seen the Nintendo games, Mr. Smith? Mario and Donkey Kong are basically meant for children, and I'll bet the ones that give you a heart. Okay, come on. Harmon is truly on the biggest, weirdest individual I've ever seen. Yep. Free Pikachu from Harmon, exactly. Wonder where Mr. Smith got his Nintendo Switch to. From how he looks here, I doubt he has an actual job outside of traumatizing the Pikachu. He doesn't have a job, actually. What point are you making, Mr. Smith? Have you been busy giving your Pikachu sex toy some hanky-panky while you dress up in the Princess Peach costume? Probably. That Pikachu probably has rabies. It could. Don't have to rebuy games on the new platforms. They literally are charging you more money for more games on exactly. Also, stop drinking so much. Something trash is bad enough that you're a glorified toddler. Okay, I got to skip ahead because we got something to do. Look at how Harmon is now always closing his eyes while he's talking. It's like he's thinking of what crap to say. Exactly. Oh, we got Retro Fusion. Just stopping by to remind everyone PC is irrelevant and Switch 2 is still the fastest selling console ever while being the most pro-consumer one as well. Pushing for $80 games, Retro Fusion doesn't sound like they're very pro-consumer. Just saying. And yes, they might be the fastest selling console, but guess what? They are also the fastest discounted holiday console of all time also. Just remember that one. Alrighty, we got good old player essence.
Drop the price? More like drop the cheaper model of the Steam Deck, so now there's only a $550 to $650 model out there. What happened, Gaben? You holding out on us when it comes to consumer-friendly tactics.
I actually agree with that part. Surprisingly, this is one of the few times you will ever hear me agree, but we all know that he's not doing this because he truly believes it. He's trying to get attention. He even said it in one of his live streams right after this video that he was hoping that people were actually going to react to it so he can get more attention. We all know what he's trying to do. But I definitely agree that they should not have dropped that LCD model. That was a very budget-friendly option for many people to get into PC gaming. And now with that $550, I can't support that one. That was just too much.
No, I'm just joking. Obviously, Steam has a lot of consumer-friendly stuff, but that one wasn't quite so consumer-friendly. But
no, it's not. But come on. You're not joking. You're being honest, which is okay. I actually agree with you about that one, but I know why you're doing it.
To be honest, there's not a lot of consumer-friendly stuff that's been happening recently because there is a huge RAM squeeze. There is a components.
Very true, but Steam could swallow the price.
Squeeze. There is an inflation, tariff, and all sorts of stuff squeeze that is just wringing people dry overall. There is a lot of stuff that is happening, and I want to talk about this and the more of like lack thereof from some people, especially considering what happened last year with the Nintendo Switch 2.
Well, yeah, You know, well, when you say lack thereof, trust me, there have been people who sat here and spoke out about this. I've already said and made 2 different videos about this whole situation. Okay, but I'm not going to keep making video after video when nothing new happens here. I don't do that for Nintendo.
Positive and negative, which you know we will get into both of them. But we also have to get into you, yes, you, potentially winning a Nintendo Switch 2 or a $50.
There you go there. Oh, Retro. Oh, no, I already read Retro Fusion. Who else is down in the chat here? There you go, A1K300. You can sit here and subscribe to him and have a chance to win a Nintendo Switch 2.
eShop card. We have a giveaway. All you got to do to enter is subscribe to the channel if you're.
Actually, I did. You know what? Here, I will sit here and actually subscribe just so I have a chance to win it. If I end up winning it, do you think he would actually send it to me, guys? Do you believe it?
Someone new. And if you're already subscribed, go ahead and comment down below on why you should drop the price. No, I'm joking. Just comment down below on anything after you watch this video.
Oh, come on. You don't want us to sit here and drop the price? The reason why he's saying he's kidding because he doesn't want it to come for the Switch 2 because you know that's what would happen.
Overall, we're giving away the $50 eShop card at the end of this month. We're giving away the Nintendo Switch 2 once we hit 150,000 subscribers, and we've already got a bunch of people subscribing. So subscribe if you like awesome Nintendo Switch 2, RPG content, and a little bit of...
There you go. Anybody that needs a Switch 2, there you go. See, I'm helping you out. I'm helping people subscribe to your channel there, Player Essence. You know he's not going to thank me, right?
Whatever this type of video is. Anyway,
come on, get on with it.
Getting back to it. All right.
There we go.
Let's talk about this because the whole drop the price movement seems to be losing momentum. I don't know. I guess based off.
No, I've sat here and said many times drop the price. I've said it to Steam. I've said it to Nintendo. I've said it to PlayStation, Xbox. So I don't know what you're talking about there. I've done it.
What people like. And really PC gaming, really, that's what people are online when it comes down to it. But I'm looking at different things here. $550 to $650.
Yep, that is a ridiculous amount. I've already sat here and said it. Okay, but unlike you, I'm not being biased. See, the only reason why you're bringing this up because you're trying to rage bait people, clearly.
For a Steam Deck now at this point. That is considerably more expensive than the $400 model that they have. And they pretty much just discontinued it. It's out of stock. It's seemingly not.
Yep, it's not going to come back. It's gone.
Not coming back at this point. Now, point me in the direction if I'm wrong, but I have seen next to nothing on Valve is greedy or...
I literally did one where I had it in the... I literally released a video today talking about it.
Drop the price videos when it comes to Steam Deck. I don't know. $550 to...
I mean, you must not because the thing is, this video is like, what, 2 or 3 weeks old here? You're a little late to the party there, Player Essence.
$650 for a system that does not come with cables for HDMI, for hookups or anything, does not come with a dock either, and is weaker than the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, yes.
I mean, I've heard things that it's not really weaker. I've heard things that it is weaker, so I don't know. I never played them either one.
It's a nice piece of kit. Obviously, you've got the OLED screen. You've got the power of the Steam OS. You've got the PC gaming. You've got emulation. You've got all sorts of stuff. So sure, it can be worth it for a lot of people. But I had a lot of people coming into my stream, and I had a lot of people reacting to some of the content that I talked about how you can get a $400 Steam Deck, and that's a better value. Well, that is gone now.
Well, that's because you kind of did a video. Now, when I first watched the video, talking about, oh, I sold my Steam Deck. You didn't need to do that video. We all know why you did the video. You were trying to get attention here. You got what you want, and then you're going to complain about it here. But I can see why so many people got annoyed because that I've been covering you now. You don't really hold the same energy. You'll sit here and you just have different energy for different people. Like you definitely don't keep the same standard for Nintendo.
And those same people seem to not be talking about that being an anti-consumer type of thing. So
I have literally made 2 videos on it. Made another one today about the Steam machine and the price.
That's interesting, but I don't even think Valve is really the real problem here. I think they've done a pretty good job overall when it comes down to that. There are worse.
Of course, he's not going to say it was Valve because then he would have to hold Nintendo to the same standard.
Offenders with this because I'm looking at it all across the board. Look at what happened recently when it comes to the Lenovo Legion Go.
Dude, my God, we have all sat here and complained about that. Well, I don't know about that one, but we have all complained about the Xbox One. We have all complained about the ones that cost over $1,000. You have not seen a single one of us sit here and say, oh yeah, it's worth it. No, you're not going to see that.
That is $1,200 for that system. Lenovo Legion Go 2, which the first one just came out a little bit ago. So if you bought that one, you know, I guess trade it in, sell it, whatever, right? But they're coming out with these portable PCs so fast, and they're jumping up in price.
Oh, exactly. They are getting way too damn expensive for those.
So high. I saw, who was it? I think it was Digital Foundry. They made a video on like a $2,000 GPD win. Like, oh my God, this is incredible. It has like an external battery.
$2,000? Are you kidding me? Come on, guys. Can we be honest here? For $2,000, you could build a PC way better than this. How the hell is this thing supposed to be worth $2,000? Am I missing something?
It's like a portable PS5 in your hand. Yeah, but it's like $2,000.
I don't care if it's a portable PS5 or not, if it has PS5 hardware power. Are you telling me $2,000 fucking dollars? Hell no.
You know, overall. But Digital Foundry is not a problem either. I just wanted to point that out, that this stuff is getting crazy. And I have not seen the drop the price videos from the PC crowd when it comes to this. Now,
well, I'm not really into the PC part, but I have made plenty of videos, best you believe. Multiple people have sat here and made videos on this, and this was not a good move.
Don't get me wrong. There are some people
Thank you. You better give me the credit where it's deserved.
That are putting videos out there and saying some things, but it is not as widespread and it is not as crazy as we saw some people.
You want to know why? Where are all the fanboys running around defending these prices like they were when you guys were defending the Switch 2 all the damn time?
Last year with the Nintendo Switch 2. So I just wanted to point that out. It is a observation, at least, that I am seeing here. And I follow a lot of different people, and I do not see it from a lot of these PC people out there. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is how this all kind of ties back to Nintendo and kind of what they're doing for 2026. I think this is one of the most crucial years in Nintendo's history. I'm still figuring out what I'm going to title this, guys. One of those two. Crucial years, drop the price. One of them. Both of them. Crucially dropping the price. No, but this is one of the most crucial years in Nintendo's history because they have to.
Come on, my guy. We all know what you titled it, why you titled it. You barely even talk about it. I'm not reacting to the whole video because it's way too goddamn long. But I'm reacting to like the first 7 minutes of it. But come on, my guy. Most of the video has nothing to do with it. You were clearly trying to rage bait people. You even said it in your video, which I don't even care if you were.
Make sure that they come out swinging in 2026 after Nintendo Directs. Holiday in some areas maybe wasn't as quite as good as maybe they would have wanted. Obviously, Japan, some areas was great overall. And yes, Switch 2 is doing good. Don't believe the clickbait. Nintendo is going to give us the sales numbers in February. We're going to get.
Yeah, and most of us have already said that the Switch 2 is going to sell well through December because of the price cuts. We've already said that, or the discounts. I mean, not the price cuts. They got discounts during December. We already said that.
Get those. It's the same type of videos that we saw before Nintendo announced 10 million. Then all of a sudden people started talking about how Nintendo's forcing retailers to buy units and shipped versus sold. So they're going to get humbled once again. So we'll wait.
I mean, I don't think you really humbled anybody. Just saying.
For that. But the biggest thing here when it comes down to a system is long-term games.
Yes, games.
That is what's important. It's not about 1 week in November or 1 December or the first 6 months or whatever. All that stuff adds into it. But over the course of a generation, what do you do to build true value for your system over that? A lot of these people don't understand.
We got one from Switch After Dark. I encourage you to look up the sales of Tamagotchi. That game is going to surprise people. It will absolutely outsell Fire Emblem. You know, it probably will, but that is not my type of game, Switch After Dark. I am way more excited for Fire Emblem than I am for Tamagotchi.
Understand that because they just started talking about sales numbers in order to get clickbait on YouTube to make money. That's really it. They didn't.
I mean, you got no facts to back that up. Okay. Can we sit here and say the only reason why you've been talking about PC was to clickbait and get money also? Can we say the same thing about you?
Talk about sales in the Switch 1 era. They didn't talk about PlayStation or Xbox sales. They don't even care. They just know that clickbait.
I mean, I don't recall you really ever talking about Xbox or PlayStation sales. You talk about it in the same way we do. So come on here. You're in the same boat.
Nintendo sales is going to get you a lot of views overall. So that's why they're doing it. Not because they actually have analysis and study what happened.
I mean, you really don't. You're severely disingenuous. I've proved it numerous times.
Before in the past or even care. It's just about what can I get right now for it. Now, take it from me, somebody who's been looking at sales numbers for a long time.
And you've also been disingenuous for a long time also. So should we say, since you started doing sales, have you been disingenuous the whole time?
Sales numbers.
Switch After Dark, me too. But we can't say that no one is excited for it. Normies are going to swallow that game. Yeah, probably.
Since the Wii era back then, and kind of seeing the Japanese sales and the US sales and all sorts of stuff. So here's how it works. Over the course of a generation, that is going to be the key to how the system does. What games do you have to help push the system? You're going to need.
I agree. You do need the games. If you could have an amazing system, and if you don't have the games to back it up, it's not going to do that well. That is very true.
Need games, you're going to need good marketing, you're going to need good gimmicks, you're going to need all sorts of stuff that gets people excited to buy the hardware. And this year, that's what's super important. But I also
yeah, it is important, but unfortunately, I don't think they've shown enough to even get people really excited. Yes, there might be a couple ones, but I don't see enough to really be a system seller. That's the thing.
think that Nintendo has so many
Even Switch After Dark, even with Tamagotchi Life, I don't see that really being a system seller though.
things working against them that's not so good, that I feel is expensive. You've got $90 to $100 controllers. They just announced a new color scheme. Those are $100 controllers, which we did know about, but still, the tariff situation, the fact that the chips that they use for a lot of this stuff, the parts, manufacturing, is expensive, plus actually paying the people that do it. I wish it was a bit cheaper overall. It used to be a lot cheaper.
Wow, I actually have to give credit where it's due. I was shocked when I got to this video, and he actually did criticize Nintendo. I am severely shocked. This is shocking.
Back in the day, stuff's way more expensive. If you're looking at the games, this is where I think that Nintendo should definitely pull back a little bit. If there's an area that they can pull back, it would be this right here. Yes, $70 games, don't like to see the MSRP.
See, the only thing with the Joy-Cons, I don't really think that they're being greedy because they were $100 before, but it's like all they did was change the inside. I just thought that was pointless. They should have changed the outside. You're not even really going to see it. You want to know how many times I've actually took off my Joy-Cons from my Switch 2? Once. One damn time.
Jump for Nintendo.
A console's reputation is usually locked in after the first year historically. Right now, the reputation is greedy and number one first-party games. Yeah, that's true.
Nintendo first-party games, at least the standard price for a lot of them. But the $80 Nintendo Switch 2 editions, I think those don't need to be a thing anymore.
I completely agree. Wow. Player Essence, you are surprising me. I got to give credit where credit is due. Okay? This is actually a positive one. And I am actually going to title the thumbnail or I'm going to title the video that a shocking moment for a Nintendo influencer. I'm going to say this is shocking. You are going to get one.
Now we're seeing with Animal Crossing, that one is $5 for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition if you want that upgrade, or if you want it, it's $65. So I'm hoping that it's more of something like that.
Yeah, I hope so too. I really hope. Actually, I don't even want them to do the $65 one, but $65 is way better than doing $80 editions. That $80 editions were ridiculous and bullshit.
That if you're going to charge
Switch After Dark, the normies will all buy it on the Switch 1. Yeah, that's true. They're like, I think it'll sell well. Yeah, especially because it'll be for the Switch 1.
Charge for those Switch 2 editions, don't let it be $80. I think that just looks bad on the box, even though you can get the physical Switch 1 version.
Okay, you see, you had to go through that part. Just sit there and say it doesn't look good. There's no need for you to go into that part saying, oh, you can get the physical game. Come on. You know what they're doing. This is ridiculous. Come on, Player Essence. You're better than this.
And upgrade it there, and it's not going to be as much. It just looks bad. And of course, Mario Kart World, that needs to just go down. I think Nintendo, just put that down. Don't have that be a negative thing hanging over the system for the course
Oh, I agree. Is it because you're tired of hearing about it, or do you truly actually believe it?
of the generation. So go ahead and put that down. Although I do think that the Mario Kart World bundle, even though you can still find it, it's still in abundance, it is going to go away when the supplies run out. So
Yep, and unless they drop the price, it's probably going to take a while for the bundle to go away. I think it's arrogance and a mistake to rely on the Switch 2 editions to sell their new system. Oh, I agree, but I think there's going to be quite a few of them for this year. I really do.
it should go away, but I do think it's going to come back during the holidays. So I think these are the things that Nintendo can do, like short term, like with the pricing with Mario Kart World, the pricing with
I completely agree. Yeah, lower the price, drop the Mario Kart down to 60. Take the Switch 2 editions, drop them down to 60. Those Joy-Cons, I mean, it's not really the price. It's just, I just find it pointless just to have a color on the inside different.
with this other stuff with Switch 2 editions, make that more affordable. That's not going to make or break.
It feels like the game.
Oh, I forgot to put the photo. Well, that was it for the good old Player Essence one. And how much do I have left? Oh, great. How much do I have left? I have How many videos do we have left? We have 2 Harmons, Newcomb, and two Dreamcast. And okay. All right, guys. I'm going to read off your comments, and then that one's going to be it because I'm getting beat. I have been going at it since 6. So we had some hiccups. Where was I at? Oh, retro for you. Okay. With PC, you only have to build it one. Oh, I already read that. Nintendo will continue being greedy. That's true. These people will make you buy the same game for a higher price just because on its new system. Very true. Legend ZA were nothing but cash grabs, $20 to get limited time only, battle only megas, day one cut content DLC, that's another 30, and then $70 while being stuck in a single city, aka a box. Very true. The video is such a rage bait. Player is pretending he isn't trying to be. He is really asking for debates that he can't win. Yeah, probably. This guy is a. I'm not going to repeat that. Nintendo Dustin. No, we don't say that stuff. Okay. There's no reason. I'm not going to say it, but Dustin, there's no reason to include someone's race. Okay. I wouldn't say that he lacks the Pikachu plush. A console. Oh, I read that. Yep. Okay. Bra, is player essence talking logically? I don't know. They hated us for saying it. So Nintendo will be shutting down the Switch 1 in March of 2026. The real Dustin. That will be a mistake. If so, the economic headwinds leave Nintendo open to disruption without a cheaper alternative to the Switch 2. Exactly. That would be a massive mistake. I despise Nintendo. Oh, we get it, real Dustin. Alrighty, guys. That is going to be it. We are done, and I need to get some sleep. So I hope you guys all have a pleasant day.
The fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Saw content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the Nintendo's dream. Delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride. Throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite. But the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboys smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, the corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh inside, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. If you're tired of fake, if you're done with the spin, join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide. So make sure to like and subscribe. start the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. All content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hungry.